Hello, I'm. Oh no 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 no. Okay. Hello, I'm. Damn it! I made a mistake in this first 5 seconds of streaming. But besides that, I'm going great today. How are all of you? Hello, I'm UpYX Toycat, and today I'm going to be mining a lot of iron because people have non-stop for the longest time been like, Toycat, I can't believe you played Minecraft for all these years and you don't have an iron farm. Toycat, why won't you make an iron farm? Toycat, you have to make an iron farm. And I really think that efficiency in Minecraft is a cool pathway for players to go down, but one of the problems that a lot of people, and it's one of the fun parts of Minecraft can really be about making the game more efficient, about making farms more efficient for pretty much any resource you can imagine. However, one of the things where that stops becoming useful is when people start to think that the efficiency path, the farming path, the automatic path, like one of the branching paths of Minecraft is the only choice. The point about Minecraft is it's the game where you can do whatever you want. No one can tell you what you can and cannot do. And even though it's objectively, you could argue a worse idea to play the game in certain ways than others, it's your choice. About which of those ways you play, and that's why today, to test and prove that point, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be mining down. I'm going to make a brand new mine as well, because let's do that, we might as well, right? I'm going to make a brand new mine down below the ground, and I'm going to be mining a lot of iron, for several hours. And every single, and the point is for people to be like, yeah, you know what? This is Toycat. Does he need an iron farm? No. By the end of this live stream, hopefully you can say that. Is iron mining less efficient than an iron farm in terms of iron per hour? Depends on your iron farm, but probably right. But are we going to do it anyway? Yes, we are. Okay, I'm glad we got that out of the way. I'm glad we understand that one. Now we can talk about what we're doing here. So, hello everyone. I'm UpYX Toycat. I hope you're having a wonderful evening, and we're gonna be mining a lot of iron, which as you all know if you're subscribed to the channel by now, which realistically means let's chill, let's hang out, let's do some stuff, and Minecraft iron farming can be one of those activities we do along the way. Also, we're gonna pick up a lot of blocks, so probably important we work this one out. Thank you very much, Michael Moore, for the very friendly super chat. I'm glad you're on the side of the stream. I'm glad that that's a thing that you enjoy. Generally speaking, though, I find I find that's not going to be, actually, what you should do. What I would really hate is if you gave like another $5 Canadian to tell me that tell people to spam it in the chat again. That would really annoy me if you did that. Wow, yeah. If you want to annoy me really hard, give me money and tell me and tell people to spam something in chat, just that really hurts me the most, so make sure you do that. Yeah, okay, so yeah, we're gonna try and go below this water, which I just realized, like, pro tip, don't try and start a farm this close to water, but we're doing it anyway, as messy as it may be. And yeah, it's gonna be a while till we find our first iron. Okay, never mind, we found 1 block of iron. Wow, what is it? Literally actually just one? It might literally be a single block of iron. I don't think I've ever found a vein of 1 naturally before, so something must have gone really wrong there, or there must be another block somewhere in the area. So I've had a horrible day today. Thank you for blessing my day of a stream, says Abby. Thank you for existing today in general. I'm glad you are here, because the world would be a worse place without you, Abby. Probably. You might be genocidal. I don't know what you get up to on a normal day, but it's probably worse without you in it, and I like that you're here too. So I hope you're all having a wonderful little evening. It's always an interesting time seeing chat, and on a video like this, I know it's going to be a certain amount controversial, but again, I don't think it should be. I think one of the core tenets of any game playing person, right, is that the key thing about every game is the game teaches you that you can make your own decisions. You can choose to play how you want, and telling someone else how to have their fun, probably not the best of decisions. Probably not the most coherent of decisions, honestly, either, right? Because especially one of the things that I like to do with this, let's call it a public platform that we have here, is to be like, yeah, you can play Minecraft how you want. I mean, some ways are probably worth making fun of. You could even probably make fun of people who, okay, is that gonna cause issues? You could probably make fun of people who iron mine because it's slower, but at the very least you shouldn't say you need to have any particular thing. Also, thank you, Randomly British. I'm glad you got your Toycat. I feel like farms take the fun out of Minecraft. It's fun to gather stuff. Also, please spam, guys, says Maxim. Get slim. Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. Like, again, for some subsector players, it is the most fun thing to do. But the only problem is when you say, I enjoy this thing, everyone has to enjoy this thing with me. I want to, like, push back against that. There's a lot of people who have the same opinion. Like, yeah, you can like a thing without thinking that. A lot of people agree with me who are iron farm people who have one themselves. They're like, yeah, I like the thing. I think it's useful, but that doesn't mean I think everyone in the world should join me in the act of having one. So we're gonna remove all the blocks over to here that we can remove. Easy stuff. And mine all of those blocks down. And then all the way up to the edge. Perfect, look at this. This mine is going really well. As you can see, we've picked up 1 iron ore so far today. So it's gonna be a good stream. First, the first 7 minutes have resulted in a solid behavior so far. Also, chat, everyone spam your own thoughts and feelings in a conversational way. You know, that's what everyone should do, right? Why aren't more of us doing that? That's what the pure goal of this stream should be. So yeah, this is gonna be a longer stream than normal because I think again, oh, I literally just set that up so that wouldn't happen, and then I broke it so that it would happen anyway. Because you know, I don't like playing on easy mode apparently. I'd rather play on the difficulty where things don't make sense. It's ironic because I'm playing on easy. I puts the iron in the basket, says the ABC group. It puts the iron in the basket. It puts the iron in the basket. It's fun to gather stuff, but at least not everything can be farmed. Yeah, you're right. Like, I think one of the interesting things though is like Minecraft's direction, potentially, you know, like it. Obviously, we don't know for sure, but it leans towards more and more things being farmed as time goes on. And it's interesting because it used to be like there was a dozen farms you could make. Now is like there is, you know, like 3 or 4 dozen different farms you can make, and then there's like several. Oh, this is like slightly off. My bad. Then there's like a lot of variations of each of those. So that's another thing to consider, I guess. That like, you know, things be changing when it comes to farms, I guess. So this goes down to this layer, this goes down to the next layer, and then this goes down to the next layer, and then so on and so forth. I'm really messing this one up entirely, but that's fine because we'll get there eventually. We'll work it out. I think it's, you know, I'm trying to like reinvent the wheel before I've done a thing here, but we're gonna have a really nice little thing here. Also, thank you, make a netherite farm. See, the cool thing about netherite, right, is there is no way to farm that besides. I guess actually you can use machines. So even then, because of the versatility of like pistons and slime blocks, you can actually theoretically farm just about anything, right? Yeah, I don't see. I think there's very few limitations on what you can and cannot farm if you really think about it, and that's cool. Probably, maybe you could say. So these blocks go down there, maybe, unless we went 1 block off again. I think we went 1 block off again, because it's very easy to do that, as it turns out. You know, this is a messy mine. Let's just make this and pretend it's like a bomb crater site. Let's pretend that we put too many tons of ammonium nitrate inside one little place, and then someone sparked a match, and all of a sudden we're going below the ground. So yeah, we'll just keep things simple after this, and then we'll come back to making things fun and not simple on the surface after we place some torches, of course. Man, after mining a Terraria yesterday, I kind of miss Minecraft mining. There's just something pure and simple about mining down below the ground, right? How long have you been playing in this world for, says Nyominator? I tracked down the date yesterday. It was October 13th, 2012 is when I made this world, which is, again, it's kind of weird how old the world is. And again, that's the thing that a lot of people like to use against me, like, no, Toycat, if you played Minecraft for 8 years and haven't done this thing or that thing, then, you know, that's on you. And it's like, but what if I've enjoyed my time? What if that's the more important thing? What if the goal of Minecraft, hear me out here, is to enjoy it, you know, is to enjoy yourself while you play this game? And so we're like, you know, that's a dumb idea. That's not what the point of the game is, Toycat. How did you misunderstand it so much? I always find it very interesting, actually. So also, thank you. The other day, I was at therapy. I was talking about Minecraft. It says that my therapist is a fan of you. She says your voice is really calming. I agree. Oh man, that's a wacky thing. Again, I'll believe your story is true. I've got an inherent bias to the Lord speaking. Things aren't true on the internet, but I like to believe that's true. And if so, that is absolutely crazy. Sizzlecat, that like, I can't imagine speaking to someone and them being like, oh yeah, you know, I watch the same YouTuber as you, because I'd be like, you know what? I watch this YouTuber because, you know, I don't know, let's make up a thing. Because I have, you know, you're a therapist. You know, I have things that need to be therapized. It's like, oh yeah, I watch them too, because I have things I need to be therapized. Like, my only question is, who therapizes the therapists? Like, who's in charge of that? Isn't that messed up that therapists otherwise don't seek help? Also, this is a cool little tunnel, right? Can we agree on that? I like that. Also, insert name here. Thank you. Release your company shares to the public so we can buy them. Will there be dividends? No, I don't want to make a PLC because if you have a public... okay, so again, ignoring the fact that my company is just a meme that doesn't actually exist. Ignoring that little fact, it's also got to be worth mentioning that if you have a public company, this is something really interesting a lot of people don't know. Any publicly traded company, i.e. companies you can buy shares in, have to follow a bunch of financial regulation. Like, because, you know, the information regarding the company, like, if Microsoft, you know, like, shares information non-publicly about, I don't know, its brand new Minecraft acquisition, then that would allow those people to buy shares before it goes up, and it's a whole problem. So, like, and you can't fake sales numbers and info and stuff like that. Which, you know, I want to fake sales numbers and info. I want to pretend that I've sold 1 trillion copies of the Let's Play world. Which, by the way, is, we finally found a way past the world issue. We, or rather, you know, one of the people who I'm working with, Deshi, is he's very good with the tools that he's been using. And we've worked out a way to get the Let's Play world compressed under 500 megabytes. Iron is finite, therefore making iron farms should be easy in some way to circumvent the iron limitations. A part of me, like, again, I feel like if that, you know, like, at the point where you've mined the majority or all of the iron in your Minecraft world, that's actually, like, a very valid issue to be having, perhaps, we could say. Also, I need to make the tunnel interior a little bit better. Just gotta keep things smooth sailing, etc. But, once you get to that stage, obviously, it's worth mentioning that, like... Also, thank you, it is true, lol, the therapist... I thought my therapist was lying to me, which she wasn't. Yeah, I mean, if they can name a specific detail, like when people try to say things that are out there, I ask them a detail they'd only know if it's true, right? And be like, well, if you like IBX Toycat so much, you know what? Are you Welsh? Or like, you know, if you like Toycat so much, then, you know, what can anyone tell you what you can and cannot do? Or just like dumb stuff like that. You know, there's a trillion different ways you can check, or even just like, so what video? Because every now and then, this is the dumbest thing. I gatekeep my own kind of fan club, I guess you could call it. Oh, this is way off, by the way, because this should be... You know, all we have to do is make this the new standard, and then mine everything else to match this. And then everything will be okay. So, if this becomes the new standard, and everything else after this is broken, then we just have to start mining around there. And there we go, we worked it out, we've worked it out. And this goes down there, except that's the actual start of this. So this is where the... Oh, God, yeah. This everything is poorly lined up, and it's a problem. But it's a problem I'm not going to deal with correctly. I'm just going to keep on pushing it off to future me. So we found 1 iron so far in the first 20 minutes. Things are going pretty well for this little iron farm, which is what I like to see. Honestly, you know, the cool thing about this mostly is just, like, making new entrances to mines in Minecraft. Underappreciated... enjoyment. Again, I'm doing something I've done many times before, but I always enjoy doing it for the first time. Like, I always enjoy that, like, first going down in the mines feeling. And maybe I'm crazy for that. Or maybe the world is crazy for not agreeing with me. I don't know which one it really is. I just know that I like this. So we're going to destroy 2 blocks on the left, and this one, every single time we go down. And it's going to kind of extend this little cube effect that we're making, and make it like a cuboid, which will be great. You should make another cow farm so you can hear them moo. Thank you for the idea, moo, by the way. Also, I make a farm for farming farms that farm. Yeah, if you think about it, one of the things that you could do if you really wanted to is you could make a farm. Like you could like, if you think about it, like have people join your world and then have them build farms by like tricking them into being like, oh yeah, I am. Yeah, just come up with some cover story that gets people to join your world, and then that's a farm. It's like social engineering to make a farm, sure. It's a little bit rude, a little bit impolite, but the end result is you would have a farm, which is a great idea in my opinion. Thank you very much, Ultimama. Got a new job, so... Oh, wait. Can you not put torches on the offhand? Is that a Java-only thing? It is a Java-only thing, Ninta. It's very sad, in my opinion, too. Like, I don't know why it's a Java-only thing, but it is. Also, Ultimama. I'm bad at words today. But you know what I'm not bad at? Saying thank you. I am glad that you got a new job. I'm hyped for that. I mean, assuming it's a job you like. If it's a job you don't like, I'm unhyped for you. I am the opposite of hyped. I am, I guess load? Yeah, hype. I don't know where hype actually comes from. I guess it's like, it's just like a word that means like, oh yeah, hyped up. So I am hyped down to hear that news. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You're not. I'm hyped down for all. I'm hyped down to hear the news unless you liked it, in which case I'm hyped up. There we go. That was simple. Wasn't too hard, was it? But yeah, so please make a cobblestone farm already. Cobblestone's one of the things that I find most bizarre that, like, obviously iron farms and gold farms are the two most useful farms in Minecraft, I would say, generally speaking. But the one that confuses me the most is probably the, actually the, hey, we found our second bit of iron today. Third bit of iron. Oh, we are, what a treat we have found ourselves. 4 bits of iron, 5 bits, oh, this actually goes quite a while it seems. We found 7 iron today. We are doing really well. Can your iron farm find 7 iron in 17 minutes? That is unheard of efficiency rates, friends. That is unheard of. But yeah, how are you all doing today? Do you ever see a comment like stop talking? I just saw one of those right now that's like, you know, what does that mean? Who comes to a live stream and is like, you know, my favorite part of a live stream is when they silently play the games. I prefer that much more to otherwise. But look, it's a little hot when we go out of this. That's fun, isn't it? We're truly rolling in ore now. Yeah, we have, like, honestly, can you use more than 7 iron in Minecraft ever? I genuinely don't think you can. Like, you make an iron pickaxe, that's free, and then you make, like, I guess a hopper is another 5. You know, okay, you're right. We need 8 iron if we're gonna stop this. I was about to leave, call it quits. But I guess we need to go further. If we have to go further, then you know I'm gonna heed the call. I'm gonna totally do that, just to make the world a slightly better place. Also, let's now. Oh, these aren't even. Why did I go from there but not down here? Okay, whatever. It's fine. Let's just place more torches. Yeah, this is a weird way that I just like only started relatively low down. But look, there we go now. We got all of this going all the way down there. We got a little heart shape that looks into the ground as our iron mine begins. Actually, we'll go even further down before we start an iron mine. I want to do it at the very edge of the world. Because either we're going to find a lot of iron there or not a lot of iron. And I bet it's a lot of iron. With absolutely no evidence, I bet we're going to find a lot of iron. And try and prove me wrong. You can't because I'm not using evidence. So, boycott the Minecraft marketplace for cave update. Everyone, let's just all not spend money until there's a cave update. That is the only solution that I see as being viable in the slightest. But yeah, how are you doing? I'm jealous of Bedrock players because of the really easy bridging. Oh yeah, that's one of my like favorite features from Pocket Edition. That like when it came over to, you know, when console became Bedrock, it was one of the few things where I was like, you know, this is just objectively better. This is something that console should have taken up a long time ago for this very reason. Thank you very much, Laura Beat Boot, for the Toy Cat tax. I totally agree. You know what? I love when people pay the most important tax of all towards your boy Toy Cat. Actually, I spoke to Jigabob recently. Actually, it's for a video going out tomorrow. Oh, I found a cave, by the way. Look at that. You know what? Why do we need a cave update? This cave right here is the reason. I bet we're going to find some iron in this cave. Are you excited for me? Okay, we're going to find gold. Not here for gold, but I guess we'll take it. Ugh. Hate when you're looking for iron and you find gold, am I right? Ugh, the worst. Honestly, if you think about it, gold is just kind of like yellow iron, so I guess I'm not too upset. And then if we go a little further in, is there really no iron in this cave? I find that genuinely bizarre. Like, how do you find a whole cave with no iron? You know, maybe we should just start an iron farm. Maybe that's the only way out of this. Or maybe, like, this is also just super weird. Like, what is any of this cave? Is there iron yet? Is there iron yet? I hope there's iron yet. There's no iron yet. I might dig out this cave a bunch so we can have, like, that gravel in the ceiling. Do something cool later, potentially. I think that'd be fun. So, Toycat tax tomorrow, says Bookfella78. You know what do we want? Toycat tax. When do we want it? Tomorrow. But you know, ideally as close to now as possible. Ah, that was iron underneath the cave the whole time. Oh yeah, look at this. We got 15 iron ore. How much iron ore do you have right now? Is it less than 15? I bet it is. Wow, I can't imagine being you with your 15 iron ore. Ugh, that's disgustingly low. How do you even live on How do you live on less than 15? I mean, without 2 hoppers, a pickaxe, and uh, what? I guess a pressure plate, right? We could make without, like without those things. How are you gonna live? You know, this is the reason there are problems in the world, because all of you are just not good enough at caving. So we're gonna now switch out the torches for placing some blocks here, just to keep the cave structure going, as little sense as that makes to do right here. And then we can start digging it again. Can I dig it? Yes, I can. Thank you, Squid Cake. Also, wait, Ride Belly and make an iron farm, lol. I agree, make an iron farm, lol. So you should campaign for Java/Bedrock parity on the main Minecraft Sessions website. We offer this that you can. You'll help so many people. So the thing is, whenever you do a feedback suggestion that's parity, they just label it parity and say that, yeah, officially they're going to be doing it anyway. It's their official position. It's just they don't have a stance on when. But it's not that they haven't committed to doing it. It's just that it's very hard to get 2 entirely different games to work in parallel, given that they'll be changing a lot in the future. Also, I think this is where I'll start the mine going this way now. Also, thank you very much, person. Should I get high or no? You know what? Instead of getting high, you should get low. You should like read a book, and then you should watch a Minecraft live stream. Those 2 things will educate you. And you know, I'm not in charge of you. Do whatever you want, man. See, I don't say to this person, because personally, I'm not a big getting high guy. I already eat enough without having an eating aid. I already sleep enough without having a thing that makes me add to that. But you know what? I don't go to people, oh yeah, why don't you not get high, man? Why don't you not? I say you do what you want to do, man. If that really is harmful, then that's cool. You can not do that. Actually, let's build the farm like in a weird this kind of way, where it's like the opposite of what we did before. Yeah, I like this idea. And then that way we can dig a lot of this area. This farm we're building, the whole structure of it is very weird and all over the place. But that's half the fun, isn't it? Making farms that just making mines that look bizarre. It's one of the few things I will say about mining. Like I want mining to not be this niche idea. Like it's weird. I'm doing this live stream where I'm mining 1,000 iron, and lots of people are coming on just like, oh yeah, this is dumb, right? Why are you doing this? What point are you trying to prove? And it shouldn't be that like to go mining in Minecraft. It shouldn't be that to go mining in a game like this, you should be trying to prove a point. It should be like, yeah, well, I'm mining because that's where a significant portion of the game takes place. And because one of the parts of Minecraft that's really beautiful, one of the things they nailed down, is that whenever you like place blocks in Minecraft, you have to take those blocks from somewhere else in the game. That's kind of removed with the idea of farms, and I wouldn't say farms are inherently bad. I think they're a fun addition to that fact. But when people take the concept and say, oh yeah,
get high and read a book, higher education. Also love you, toy cat, drink water, G.
Higher education. That right there. Brooklyn, good job. I heard there was a secret chord that David played, Please the Lord.
I'd heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the 4th, the 5th, the minor fall, the major lift.
What did I just read? I really could not. Oh, a cave. I really cannot tell you. Was that like a joke? Was that like real? Is there a difference between jokes and real? I genuinely don't know. I don't know what I just read, but thank you for sharing it with me, friend. Yeah, I've already been in this cave clearly, which is bizarre. Oh, it hooks into this whole little system. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? So I just keep going this way. Oh, this is when I mine those diamonds. Ah, this links into the diamond mining stream. That's nice. So we'll keep on making that link happen, because that's kind of fun, right? I just want to have like a really impressive mine entrance. That's all I want to have, because all my mine entrances right now are very understated. Because most of the mining happens below the ground, like making a big mine entrance isn't too fun. But the cool thing about iron is it spawns everywhere, so we can do this great. It's a song. It's a song, Toy Cat. But he said I wasn't into music, so I was like, oh, is that a thing? When Andrew doesn't know the world's most favorite song, most famous song. That's not the world's most famous. You know what? I'm being funny by pretending not to know things. Haha. Look at me. I'm hilarious. You just made a non-automatic iron farm. If you think about it, anything you do in Minecraft is a non-automatic farm. Right? Wait, is that true? Yeah, I guess that's what mining is, to some extent. In a weird way. But like, yeah, what I was trying to say is, one of the things that sometimes people like gets lost from is the idea that everything in Minecraft, this whole world is under your control. You decide where blocks go and where they don't go. Indeed, when it doesn't please you, sire. And that is a really cool power to be able to wield anywhere, inside Minecraft, outside Minecraft. Thank you, Zebra Sprite. Thank you for the awesome streams, and I good stuff to listen to while I work on my own worlds. Hey, you're welcome, Zebra Sprite. You're welcome. I totally I totally like that that's a thing that people do of them, because I think podcast plus Minecraft. You know, I think having something to listen to while you play your Minecraft. Oh yeah, we found some more iron. Look how efficient I am at finding iron. I got 17 of it. How much iron do you have, chat? Is it less than 17? Yeah, it is less than 17, isn't it? That's because my methods, my supreme way of finding 17 iron in 25 minutes is unmatched. Unmatchable, some might say. Oh, this is very annoying to go up and down, actually. Okay, no. I should have just gone for 2 hits at once there, rather than going the whole roundabout way. So start Bitcoin mine so I can donate here. If Ticket wants to get 1,000 iron, it would be like 15 stacks. Yeah, it's like 1,000 iron sounds like so much, and then when you say like 15 stacks, it's like, huh, actually, you know, that's surprisingly doable. You do you, Toy Cat. And there's something nice about that, isn't it? So on McDonald, also Koyman, HTC been working on a lot. Sorry, also some lyrics. It was some lyrics. I'm sorry. You know, I've never heard that in my life. That's like, I thought someone was like trying to say, you know, I don't understand human. No, wait. I'm gonna go back to my previous answer. Haha, got you. That was funny when I pretended not to know the thing that everyone gets. That was funny of me. You all thought that was serious, but it wasn't. You know how I mentioned one of the like a while ago, I got drawn into an argument where a guy was like, haha, you mad. I got you mad at the end, and therefore I win the argument. You guys all thinking that I'm wrong. I got you mad, so I win. I'm arguing in bad faith now. I'm talking in bad faith. And therefore I win, because that's how the internet works. You don't need to be right, you just need to annoy the other person enough to go away, and then you win the argument. So, have you never seen Shrek? I've watched Shrek many times. I had to watch it again recently because I had someone in my life be like, oh no, Shrek's really good. Like, you don't understand. Like, it's good. Like, it's good enough to watch, like, again. And I was like, I'll watch Shrek again, sure. And I was like, it's good, yeah. Like, watching childhood movies again, there's this real problem where people are like, oh yeah, it's so good. It's, like, good enough to watch again. And it's cool that they are, like, good pieces of work that stand the test of time. But sometimes it's just like, yeah, I get it. They are good. I will rewatch them partly based on the nostalgia, and I will hopefully enjoy them regardless of the nostalgia. But like, I find so many people, maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just annoyed by human beings. I think that's honestly what I learn from from existing as a person. But like one of the things that I've learned is just like people who are like, wow, I've got this entirely unique take. It's like, you know what? Maybe not having a unique take is okay sometimes too. Like, it's you know, it's okay to like things that are popular sometimes. It's hard to do, and even I have like a inherent bias against it, you know? People like iron farms, so here's me saying, screw it, I won't make an iron farm. But I find it to be very wacky when people say stuff like that. Also, I just paying my tax. What's your favorite dessert? Thank you. Thank you very much, Fantasy Staples Ubu. My favorite dessert is honestly like just my favorite dessert if I had no calorie limitation would probably be like a really good cheesecake or carrot cake or something. Given that like there's a finite amount of food I can put in my body before I die or before I get fat, at the very minimum, which arguably leads, you know, those two things, they have a link. So given that that is a factor, I'd say ice cream, like a really good ice cream sundae, covered in like cheesecake and stuff like that. Because ice cream feels like a dessert by itself, but it's just like frozen cream or whatever. It's great. What even is ice cream? No one knows. It's a mystery that just was brought to the world and has made it infinitely better. And isn't that nice? Isn't that nice that we've got a little mystery that things have worked out? Also, I want to say Kevin Smith says, took out, I respawn and defeat the dragon for the second time, but the egg didn't spawn my Bedrock world. What do I do? So why do you need the egg so badly? I'm generally kind of curious. If you need to get an egg, and there isn't an egg right now, I don't have the end-all be-all solution, but I can say that you should turn it off and on again. I don't know. I'm sorry. I want to give you an answer. It's hard to give an answer to like a technical question that you don't have a thing on. Like I want to be helpful, so like I think it's a human characteristic to want to be helpful, right? Not many people are out there actively trying not to be helpful, but like trying to be helpful and then not being helpful is one of the worst things in the world. Like legitimately, I've tried to help people before, and then they're like, and then like it's not gone through because of like some translation error, and I just feel like guilt about it for like days afterwards. Like, someone asked for like, oh yeah, well, can you give me some directions to here? And I'm like, well, you go there, and then you get to there, and they're like, they look confused, and I'm like, oh yeah, you'll know it when you get past this. They look confused, and I just keep giving them directions till they're like, okay, I get it, I'm gonna go now. Because like the thing about directions is it's really hard to feel like you've got them when you're going to a place you never heard of. Like, some guy just wanted to go to the train station, or something like that, and I was just like, okay, it's important to me that you get to that train station. You've got a flight to catch or a place to be or something. I want to make sure that you get there, but also like sometimes you realize like, okay, I don't know how to make that happen. Okay, so there we go. Look at this. We've made a really nice little accidental pyramid thing. Like it goes up and then it shrinks and then it goes up and then it stays the same. How beautiful this mine is so far. And now we just start digging down at roughly these coordinates, and we dig across over here until we get to the edge of the world. Perfect. We'll go both directions actually, I think. There, and then also there, maybe. I'm not sure if I will, but we'll see. So, make an iron farm, please, says my name is Jeff. What's that? Are we going to be streaming for another 5 minutes just for my name is Jeff, where we're going to be mining for iron? Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Also, thank you, Kevin Smith. I'm trying to get all the End City portals. Yeah, that's one of my projects on my. It's been on my to-do list forever because it's just like such a daunting like. Oh, I've got to do this, and then I've got to. I think now that I've like formalized like the Let's Play World download is like finished, at least as of Monday it's finished, and so now I don't mind breaking my end a little as much. It's gonna be kind of fun in my opinion. It's gonna be kind of fun. Toy Cat mining iron. It's not much, but it's honest work. When I worked in restaurants on One Directions, I used their phone to pull up Google Maps. Wait, you'd put it up on their phone. That's both like, again, I feel like I'm not a tipped. I mean, I am a tipped employee. Actually, chat. Do you want directions to anywhere? Ask me for directions. I'm gonna help you guys out. That's the dumbest thing, but I want to do it on the internet so badly now. Hey Toy Cat, what's the largest vein of iron you've ever found? After a year or so, I started playing. I found a vein of 36. I think what that means is you found 4 veins of 9, because I think iron spawns in veins of either up to 9 or up to 12. Again, it's been a while since I had that knowledge instilled in me. Also, look, we're on 22 iron. Oh, it's going so well. It's going so well. Also, Demon of Leopard said, make an iron farm, devil face. Guess what? We're streaming for even longer. How much iron can we find? I don't know. Don't even really care. I'm just having fun mining in a straight line. Thank you, Grape Soda. Wait, yeah, Grape Soda. Pay my taxes, and I never got anything back. At least I know my Toy Cat tax will be rewarded with content. Yeah, that's one of the struggles I'd say with like a lot of people don't think about this because they're only thinking about the right and the wrong aspect. Like there is objective good and objective evil we can do with taxes that we're paying. And I feel like one of the things that should always be done is like give you something for that. So at least if it's a bad purchase, you're like, well, but at least I get something for it. Because like when you look at roads, everyone says, oh yeah, taxes pay for the roads or whatever, and you're like, but they were built a long time ago. Why did it doesn't take, you know, thousands of dollars, pounds, whatever currency you want to use a year to build those roads because they've already been built. That's fundamentally not how that can or does work. So I think like having something infrastructure is like a good thing for that reason, on top of all the other things. I also want to say thank you very much, Salem. I'm glad you paid the ticket tax, and also so since the day we're gonna help some people out. Someone wants to find directions to a pizza place. Someone wants to find my mum. Where's my mum? Please help. Toy Cat and Walmart. I can't find her. Please, says Snock. See, that's very real and serious. That's definitely not a joke. And so I shall respond like such. No, I once I used to worry so hard about being lost in the supermarket. Like, what if your parents don't find you? You just get stuck in there forever, right? And then what happens is one time my like grandmother couldn't find me in the supermarket. And what she just did was she like asked on the intercom like, "Hey, it can like can Alex like come over or like can they both come over to the thing because it's me and my brother Alex and Andrew. Can they both come over to the checkout or something?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, okay." It was really it was actually like you can't actually get lost in the supermarket because they have those intercom things. And honestly, like of all the places to be lost, the supermarket's one of the best. Like you never starve. It's very easy to not leave the place. So like they're gonna come for you, you know. Also the store that my dad went to 16 years ago, high quality. Thank you, insert name here. The only way to get 2020 to get worse is if Toy Cat became no. You know what? You're not wrong, are you? I will do my best. My campaign pledge is that 2020 will not get worse because I will remain as yes as I can be. But yeah, chat, if you want any advice, I do this every now and then, and like, I'll always do it via tips, of course, because I don't know, I find that fun. But if you want some, because we got plenty of time, I can talk about all the things in the world, and I will. Oh man, this water makes me uncomfortable. Is this, how is this?
Something I've wondered, do you make more money from longer ads only if the user watches the whole thing, or just by it being presented? I watched a 30-minute ad once for a Vi.
Okay, so first of all, thank you very much, Scotty Nikoski. Again, any tip is worth 100 times what an ad is worth. Okay, Melissa York. Okay, I'm always confused when I find a member who's like spamming and like generally mean to me. Like, you don't have to be a member on the channel. Like, like I'm always so curious when people. It's that thing I was mentioning earlier, where like people seem like they are. There's like a subcategory of people who like watch your stuff but don't like it, or at least don't like you. They see you as just the producer of this vague stuff that they generally watch. And I find it crazy that like we have a certain number of people who are like members of the channel. They make a monthly thing because they like it that much. But also they're like, but I don't understand rules. I don't understand why spamming is not a thing or whatever else. It's like, well, but like when you give someone a privilege, like, oh yeah, you have the ability to bypass slow mode if you really need to, and they're like, I'm gonna use it to spam. I'm like, man, how does that happen? How do people get to that place? And it's one of the most unhealthy things I think about the internet. I don't know. Again, I can't point to exactly why or what or how it happens, but I see it and I'm like, man, this. Imagine watching something like watching someone on the internet, but not liking them or caring or like really just being there. Like I've had this terrified thing about like in real life. I'm sure everyone's worried this at some point. What if your friends don't like you? What if it's just too hard to find another friend group? To be honest, spamming emojis around stuff, especially from members, is why I hate Twitch chat. It's the norm on there. Oh yeah, whenever I watch Twitch chat, it's just emoji spam. It's like, what? Who is this for? What's the what's the end result of this meant to be? Am I meant to is this good for the streamer? Is this good for the chat? Is it good for the people spamming the emojis? Maybe. It's like, why do you like when people take a form of communication and use it not to communicate? It always blows my mind. It's like, but that's what it's there for. It's like, have you ever been in a room with someone who's you've been in a room with someone who's like oh god, who like when you say stuff when you're like, oh yeah, let's talk about it, they're like, no, we're not going to, or like there's a bunch of weird examples of just people who do not want to talk in talking situation. Like, you know, like people who don't want to talk at all. Like they want to be there, but not have any of that. And it's like, I wonder how that one works for you. So why mine? Just make an iron farm, says Red Firebomb. Guess what? Live stream just got longer. I mean, can you find 41 iron? Look how much iron ore this is. Actually, technically speaking, you can't farm iron ore, right? You can only farm iron ingots. So I think that's true, actually. Am I wrong, chat? Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure in legit survival you can't farm iron ore. I'm pretty sure it's just the ingots. I'd be interested if I'm wrong, though. So, also, thank you very much. Me pays Toycat for no reason. Toycat nice, says Thick Boy. Hey, yeah, exactly. That's what tipping a live stream would be like. I see a lot of memes about, like, you know, like, oh yeah, so thing about tipping is, like, it's just, you do it just to hear someone else say your name and to break that loneliness in your brain. And as much as I like to believe that is, you know, like, from the outside in, it can kind of sometimes see that way. You see such a variety of people. Like, a part of me loves the study of human beings. I love working out how people work. Because sometimes it's super counterintuitive, right? Like, most people are pretty okay with existing in the world and just kind of not thinking about how and why. Just like the inputs that happen, you know, like things that happen are the things that happen, and you try your best to make more enjoyable things when a choice is given, but you're not really thinking much beyond that. And it's really interesting. Oh god, what is this little upcape thing? It's really interesting when you just. Oh lord, I need to get out of here, and I shall get out of here. Isn't it kind of interesting that like my brain can't like both focus on that thought that I was trying to make and also climb a little staircase in Minecraft? Like it feels embarrassing to admit that like, oh yeah, making this very basic staircase is using some oh man, that knocked me off the block, is actually using like some non-insignificant part of my brain, but it is, and it makes life around here kind of tricky, I would say. Okay, we're just gonna stack up. We should probably make a proper staircase, but you know, we'll work that out later. For now, 51 iron, 51 iron, 51 iron, 51 iron is what I've got. You should flex over an extra hard by using the iron ore itself as part of a build. Don't even use it for actual stuff. Oh yeah, I was totally considering that as like the end kind of objective of this. Like, make an iron ore house, you know? I also considered, I don't want to spoil it, but you know what, I'll say it anyway because I will share the details. I think it'd be funny to mine all the iron and never smelt it and just like make an iron farm at the end or something. Like, just because people don't expect it. Do. Thank you, King Pick the Man Free, for becoming a member on the channel. I do appreciate that, and I hope you enjoy access to the club. I say club. You know, I always want to be very realistic about what it is. You know, when you join the club, you become Welsh. That's how it be. That's just what happens. So what is yeah, let's I'm gonna try my best to. Oh, do you? So Scotty Nikoski. So with regards to YouTube ads, the way YouTubers make money, as best I understand it, technically speaking, it's not all the way out there, is you know, like YouTube shows an ad to you. If you skip a non-skippable ad, the YouTuber makes like some base amount for the 5 seconds. If you don't skip it, the YouTuber makes a lot more money. And if it's one of those non-skippable ads, they, you know, obviously that pays significantly more, but only if you actually watch it, I believe, all the way through. It might be payment based on partial plays, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, most advertising that Google does is pay per click or pay per impression. So use that to think what you will. It's also, you know, here's a fun fact you might not know. It's very much not okay to tell people to click your ads. And every now and then I catch a smaller YouTuber doing it. And it makes me think, like, should you tell them it's against the rules, even though they'll probably never get caught? Like, I have this big internal debate in my life sometimes. Should you tell someone they're doing something that's not okay, even though it most likely will never become an issue for them? Like, should you enforce rules? Or, you know, like, should you help to enforce rules that, you know, like, otherwise would not be? Because, like, something everyone hates on some level, your concept of a narc, you know, like a snitch, you know, like that, is this idea of, like, yeah, extending your authority over others. Also, look, we got a stack of 64. Oh, yeah, that's real good. I think I'm definitely going to use these all for something. I'm not 100% sure what, but I definitely want to now. I'm a YouTube Premium member. You should get 0.06 cents for my view. Lol, says T-Bomb85. Oh no, if you're a YouTube Premium member, you pay about double as much on average as regular YouTube users do. It's really cool in my opinion, actually. It's really cool. I'm so lost. I don't know the way out there. I want to get out there, but I can't. It's not possible. It's not letting me. Okay, we're out. We're good. Just gotta. No, we're not. We're in somewhere else. Oh, this leads to the surface. Interestingly enough. You know, we'll keep following it. I need to light up these caves anyway, because, you know, creeper farm or something like that. So why not go ahead and do it? Hey, thank you, insert name here. People pay you for your opinions on things, so why do people shout at me when I share my opinion? It's because your opinions suck, friend. I'm just kidding. No, they might suck. Statistically speaking, your opinions have a non-zero chance of sucking. And that's okay. Everyone has bad some things. But yeah, if you shout your opinions, isn't it interesting that, like, the same thing presented in two formats can be very different? Your opinion, when shouted at strangers on the subway, very annoying. Your opinion, or like, you know, when you're blocking people to go somewhere. You ever see that? Like, maybe this is just me. Maybe I'm just an awful human being. But when people, like, actively try to make my life harder, so I'll believe in their cause, it's like, you know, that's not. Do you think that's how humans work? Do you think, like, oh no, I was really inconvenienced by this group today, and now I became a big fan of that. You know, I like, it's a real thing that people talk about all the time. Like, yeah, of course, that's the #1 way to protest a thing. But every time I see it, I'm like, I hate this. You know, it's like, it's kind of like, you know, in real life, you can have a very valid point, but you can raise it very incorrectly. Okay, we need to grab some sticks. Also, thank you, Alfie Bean. Have you ever tried playing Sea of Thieves? I have. I'm not the biggest fan, but it's a game. Yeah, it's a game. That summarizes my opinion. Sea of Thieves. It's a game that you can play, technically speaking. Okay, so we're gonna throw these torches back in the chest. Or maybe we won't. We'll just keep making them as we go. But we do have to go back to a sugar box so we can... Yeah, we're like running out of space. We can drop this, and this, but we're still only going to make so much more space. Like, it's kind of like you can be right in an argument and still kind of lose it. I think that's one of the lessons, like, I've never went to a debate club. I debated once in year 5. To clarify, year 5 in the UK is, like, age 11. When we were 11, they made us debate, and they made us, like, pick arguments we didn't necessarily agree with, like... and we had to, like, debate them, and then, like, someone got to win it in the end. And it was a really, at the time, I thought it was a really dumb thing. Like, why are we picking things not to agree with? But you realize, like, oh yeah, these people who had the wrong argument, they learned how to make their point really poignantly. And it's like, that's how we should make, even when we're in the right, we should be doing that. Because if you can convince people of the wrong point made correctly, you can convince them with the right point made correctly even better. Also, this is such a weird little thing we've ended up in. Like, this is a giant cave system. This cave system has existed in my world for 8 years, and I've only just found out about it today. Isn't that wild to think about? Like, this generated underneath my feet, 7 and whatever years ago. And I'm just now starting to discover it. I think that's beautiful. I think that's the Minecraft condition right there. But yeah, so, also, can we play Fortnite, my friend? Thinks it's weird. No, Camille Bourgeois, but thank Bourgeois. Bourgeois? Bourgeois. Bourgeoisie. Thank you very much, but no. Thank you for the offer. You can, like, I know, like, a lot of people like playing games with friends, but, like, to me, most of my game time is unwind time. And it's like, you know, that's not, I don't unwind in a group of people. I guess that's like the introversion extroversion thing. Like, for extroverts, playing games with friends is like, oh yeah, I get to have more of that talking to human being thing that I don't have enough of in the rest of my life. Boy, do I hate how there's not enough human interaction in the world. Like, I wish that instead of having to speak to you know, like going on my phone to set an alarm. I wish I had to speak to a person. Which actually, if you think about it, voice assistants are exactly that. Like, I can set an alarm right now. Hey, thank you, Kate. Can you show what enchantments are on your tool/sword? I can, yeah. It's looting 3, smite 5, fire aspect 2, and mending 1. I really want to put unbreaking on there, but I don't have an unbreaking villager yet. I have to do that in a live stream someday. It's going to be very, very tedious. And that's why I haven't done it yet. Thank you. I love your second channel. Keep it up, says Charles Goby. Hey, thank you, Charles Goby. I like the second channel too. I'm gonna have to be taking a small break on there, which is kind of sad, while I'm gonna be in Turkey. Or maybe I'll take a not break, because I'm in like the history city of the world. But yeah, things are gonna be changing on the second channel. Just a pre-warning while we're here now. Because the cool thing about the second channel, or maybe it's awful if you like the second channel, is it's entirely a hobby to me. So like, sometimes I'm like keeping up a weekly schedule, and sometimes it's like a month between uploads. But to me, that's like, it's important to have something in your life that has no requirements on it, because then you'll do it at much... Like, I think it's a good thing that on this main channel, we stream, like, 3 to 4 times a week. I have never just taken 2 weeks off. I'm about to take 2 weeks off, but that's for necessity reasons, you know? We can talk about that. Fun fact, soon, but we won't for now. But, like, for the most part, it's, like, kind of good that there's a structure that you can expect this thing at these points. Like, regularity, knowing when to expect something in your life, very, very good thing to have. You need sharpness on your sword. Not true. I prefer smite to sharpness. Because, wait, again, when you're playing single player, you encounter more undead mobs than you encounter... Like, it makes sense to have a wither skeleton zombie with a skeleton killing enchantment than an everything killing enchantment, because that's most of what I need to kill anyway. Those are most of the mobs that actually threaten me in any serious way. Also, thank you very much, Barnacle Jake. Yeah, I got the stream. I'm about to barbecue some chicken for lunch. How much iron do you have so far? Here is my tax. I have 101 iron so far. It took me 50 minutes to mine 101. So, you know, I guess we'll be streaming for 10 hours. You're looking forward for a 10-hour stream? I'm looking forward to this too. You know, what's your plan now that you can't travel too much, says Hayekian? My plan, it's actually seeming, okay, my plan seemed pretty sane, and it's gotten more and more insane since the thing happened. I'm obviously going to have to be super safe to do this plan now. The plan was to travel, because traveling between borders is very tricky right now in a lot of places. I'm going to be traveling around the United States a little bit. Again, I will obviously have to do an assessment day by day, area by area, or whatever else. But yeah, that's my current plan, in case you are curious. And you are curious because you asked the question, Hayekian. Also, it's good to see you, Mr. Hayekian. Did I tell you? I probably did, but like I learned who, like Fred, like I'd known the name Hayek, and it obviously came up because like whatever circles I'd read into. But I was like, you're named after him. I was like, it makes sense. It's like if your thing was like, what's another philosopher? I'm a Keynesian, which no one ever is. Like no one's ever like passionately into the current orthodoxy. I think that's a shame. I think we need more people. Like even if you don't agree with the way the world is right now, more people should be passionate about defending it. Like when just because it is how it is, you shouldn't not be passionate about defending it. Like I think there are so many accomplishments that are being swept under the rug because it's so when you make an imaginary version of something, it can be perfect, whereas the world is murky, muddy, and filled with gray areas. You know, as you can see, look at this cave right here. You have to light up the gray areas with a torch if you want to see through them. But yeah, I think it's very I think it's sad that we don't see like people who are like, yeah, I'm passionately I don't know. I get people call it neoliberalism, the worldview we live in right now. But like, you know, anything. Why aren't people passionate about things that exist right now? Like you can only get passionate about mental ideas because they can be perfect. But it's the same. It's the unhealthy thing people have with relationships too. People like I've seen a lot of people like this, like on the internet. But you know, every now and then you see it in real life too, where like a guy or a girl, you know, like a human being is like, oh yeah, I'm you know, I want to date someone, but they have to be tall, they have to be into the exact same thing as me. Also, they have to be, you know, willing to deal with my regular mental health not mental health outbreaks, my regular, yeah, you know, actually, let's say that too. And also, sometimes I'm just gonna be, you know, I'm just not gonna be a nice person. And also, I want them to watch every piece of media that I've enjoyed in history. And also, I think it would be really cool if they were 10 out of 10 attractive. And also, you know, like they make a like giant list, and it's like it's not very realistic, is it? Like if you imagine in your head someone that you'd like to be with, be attracted to, be dating, etc., it's not going to live up to reality. Whereas if you just go like, oh yeah, these are the things I can't do without, then we get a little further. Or, you know, even if it's like, oh, actually, here are the things I like the most, and here are the things I prefer, you know? If we just say like, oh yeah, I prefer things certain ways, I think the world would be, we'd be able to actually like debate stuff. Like if you go, I can't live in a world where X, Y, Z isn't true, it's like, well, can't do that, so I'm not even gonna go halfway. Whereas you're like, oh yeah, I can't live in a world, I would prefer not to live in a world where, I don't know, what's something bad happening right now that people disagree with? You know, I would like a world where no one died of COVID. That's what I want. You know, what do you mean it's impossible to, you know, that like there right now, isn't it kind of scary? There's like there's 100,000 people or something like that. It might be in the millions by now, but like there's a certain number of hundreds of thousands of people who are statistically speaking going to die at current rate. They aren't dead yet, but like by all statistics and counts, they're out. Isn't there something scary about that? Isn't that wild? That there's people not dead yet, but basically there. Like by statistically, you know, for every million people who have insert thing here that has a death rate of 2% or whatever it is, that means 20,000 people not gonna be alive. I agree. Example of passionate neo-Keynesian is Paul Krugman. I don't think we live in a neo-Keynesian world or a neoliberal one. I'd say with neolibs over most of us. Yeah, exactly. I find people find it very hard to criticize the current world as it is. In some cases, like because if you again like so what I find is actually a little bit more common and maybe more disingenuous is people define an ideology that defines the world. Because the world right now as it exists in the real world, me, you, all these people, it's not defined by any ideology. It's been defined by years of different people with their own views and opinions and stuff that's been going down. But it's not defined by someone's like big grand plans or anything else like that. There's no okay, we're gonna pick this up. It's a bizarre thing, right? I just decided to race Toycat and mining iron, says Graham Lowe. Look at me, I have 2 stacks of iron. I'm actually doing pretty well on the mining iron front. Things are happening. Oh, by the way, I brought some juice. If you guys have never tried this, I think it might be a British brand. Yeah, it's based in London apparently. They do. I don't know how common rhubarb juice is outside the US, the UK, but we have before I leave, I've got some apple and rhubarb juice right here. And then I also found a can of ginger ale in my fridge. So I'm going to mix the two. And I'm either going to ruin one of my favorite drinks, because this by itself is already pretty tasty. But what if we made it tastier? That's what I say. Can confirm it's tasty. Throw in some ginger ale. That's a satisfying noise. Let's do ASMR. Oh yeah. You like that noise? Isn't that nice? Just hearing a drink at the bottom of a carton. And let's see if I just made... I always like combining drinks to see if they work together. I hate just looking at a list and being like, oh, this goes with that. You know, now it's apple, rhubarb, and ginger. Oh, ginger is such a bad taste. Do you ever think about ginger and wonder, like, how did this become so widespread? No one actively likes the taste. It's just, like, tolerated, in my opinion. It's just like, oh yeah, that does the job in some places. I guess. And I find that funny about... Oh, we don't have any stone blocks yet. We need to pick one up. Come on, let me... How about I just jump over? What could go wrong with me trying to jump over this gap? Okay, let's go. Oh. A little scary, but it's fine. So, do you view yourself as the ideal version of you? What aspects of yourself would you change if you could? Yeah, I think that's another dangerous version of, like, idealism. If you want to be some perfect person, you know, like if you believe in absolute good and absolute evil, then of course you would want to be absolute good. There are some people who don't who are okay with being evil or okay with being not good. But the majority of people, if you gave them the choice between not being a good person and being a good person, they would probably pick being a good person, right? And then when you define good as being absolutely good in every single way, you arrive at a big juncture, because good is, not only redefinable for every single issue, but also it's in the eye of the beholder. To some extent, it's in the eye of the beholder. To some extent, it's entirely impossible to find. Oh, there's a ravine here. How nice. So to some extent, it's those things, but also, it requires you to do entirely unreasonable things. Like, if you have any spare money as a human being, that is, you can, like, spare money doesn't technically exist, but you probably believe right now there's such a thing as spare money, right? Yeah, money that I don't need in this moment. If you have spare money and you see someone who is in need of any amount of money, you giving them that money is the only good thing to do, right? Or, let's not use a money example, because money's very emotionally charged. If you have spare time, you at the end of the day, watching Netflix or watching a Minecraft live stream of a guy who's just, who's clearly gone insane and thinks that mining iron is a fun way to get it. You watching this live stream instead of donating at a local shelter, it's if you start to think like, oh yeah, absolute good would be doing the best thing ever in every single situation. Therefore, I'm not absolute good. Therefore, I'm evil. Therefore, and therefore, either you think you're evil, which you start to do evil things, or worse, you get depressed at the fact that you're not as good as you can be, and then you're even less useful to the world. Whereas if you look at yourself and you go, I would like to be better than I am right now. I would like things to be, in a better place. That's how you would actually make a change, right? That's how you could actually make things a little bit better. Have fun mining for 7 hours, says Stoop. Chat, I've got a question. If someone says several to you, what do you assume they mean? Because I've had this debate several times with several people. Wait, I've had this debate multiple times with multiple people. But, what does it mean to you? Because everyone has, their own take. A couple means two. It is generally understood. But, even then, some people are like, no, a couple is, 2 to 3. And some people are like, oh yeah, a few is 3. Oh, no. I'm not letting the iron go. I will die for this iron. Because this iron deserves what's happening. Hey, thank you, Ollie Matic, for the £1 super chat. Do appreciate it. Several is 2 to 5. Several is more than 3. 3 or more. 5 plus, 4 or 5. Over 6. 7, more than 2. 3 or more. 3 or 4. See, 4 is 3 several, is 4 several. Isn't it crazy? Okay, you know what? It's kind of cool that, even in chat, there's such a wide disagreement. We all use this word in our life, and it's deliberately ambiguous. And I think it's interesting because, we know for a fact that the way language works affects how we perceive. It affects how we use, the way our language is structured affects how we use it. And, it affects, our behavior as a result. If you have to say I'll be there, and if there was no word for several, or no word for a few, oh yeah, you'd be like, oh yeah, so I'll bring a few snacks. If there was no way to say that, and you had to say, I will bring 4 snacks, which doesn't feel natural now, but perhaps would, if there were no words for several and stuff, then, you would be more liable to those words, and you would be either lying more often, or you would be forcibly telling the truth. But because there is no such option, also let's separate this out. Let's put that over here, and let's make some separate stacks so we can fill those out as we go. Yeah, a couple would be 6 or 7 as multiplism. So I assume that's a joke. I'm 99% sure it is. But that could be real. That's how insane some people's opinions are, that I genuinely don't know that your probably clear joke, maybe not a joke, actually isn't. Hey, Togat, what question do you play with controller or keyboard during streams and live streams? I can't tell. I play with a controller, and I assume, again, maybe it's a joke because, it's kind of loud. I kind of regret it sometimes because of how loud all the clicky buttons are. It's because I sometimes, I sometimes play up here versus down there, below my desk. And then you can hear the clicky buttons a little bit more. What do you think about some people thinking of suicide and or hurting themselves as raid 2s 24/7. I think it's a tragedy. You know, there are enough bad things in the world out there before we start to think like, man, but then what about the bad things we have inside of ourselves that we do? And it's very interesting to see that everyone has like a mild amount of broken inside of them. You know, like on a, I don't think I have maybe I've got like one friend who like doesn't have a single issue with them in some way. Everyone has like, you know, their own cross to bear, etc. And then like every now and then I speak to someone like, oh yeah, this, that, suicide, depression, bad. They click on one of the best parts of the stream. You know, I'm sorry it was so loud. My apologies. I got this fixed now. I think hearing buttons is satisfying. Yeah, personally, again, I kind of think like I can kind of see it both ways. But as soon as someone mentions it, I get like embarrassed. I'm like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to stop for a bit, and then I'll get like lazy and I'll bring him up again, and then the buttons will come back. It'll be great. Man, this debate about what is several, what is a couple. This is fascinating. Just like how much we're talking about this. What's a good tip to find diamonds? Just dig at Y11. It's crazy that we've been going for an hour and I haven't found a single diamond, right? That's like not what I would have expected. Perhaps if I were to expect something. Maybe I shouldn't have been expecting something. Maybe that's the big mistake that I have made. But well, see, we're gonna try and light up everywhere in this world. That's my new little goal. Like obviously I was trying to light up the surface anyway. But like below the surface is a pretty intense part of that too, that I guess I haven't thought about too much. We just cover it in lava. Lava is a good way to recommend it. Pro tips with Toy Cat right here. Use lava. When in doubt, use the gooey yellow orange cheese. So what are your thoughts on making non-carbonated drinks fizzy, like iced tea? First of all, a carbonated iced tea is a really common thing in the Netherlands, and I love it. Like, even though I like carbonated drinks, I really hate people who are like, oh yeah, I think the carbonation is not the thing that makes them great. I think it's that they're sugar water that happens to be carbonated. Like, I like water, I like drinks that hydrate you, and I like sugar. You know, combine those two things together, and what do we get? We get a good place to be, in my opinion. But, I expected nothing, yet was still disappointed. That's totally, you know, that's a totally valid place to end up at. Okay, so we're gonna throw more stone away. Yeah, when we mine in a straight line, we end up with a bigger stone problem, which is not necessarily a good thing. In fact, it's objectively not a good thing. I'm gonna go up to the surface just to sleep, and just to I guess we'll put the iron away in a chest somewhere, because we got like 3 stacks or something. Several can't be a more than amount. We have many for that. Yeah, we have loads of words that should be very clear about what they mean, but yeah, are just 100% not. And that's okay in my opinion, but it's also very interesting what that says about us. We have we deliberately come up with words that are non-specific, or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe they become non-specific over time because we don't force them to keep being specific. You know, we don't construct our languages. Perhaps enough. Lots of ways to see it. Also, are there no phantoms? I'm surprised about that fact. Yeah, I wanted to, there's a lot of things out there in the world. Also, I am good. I see a message in the chat now and then where I'm like, oh no, I must have missed something important. And I'm like, oh no, it's okay. Again, I think it's that there's something I think that just, maybe it's some people, maybe it's just a dumb me thing, but like trying to sometimes you can get stuck down the rabbit hole. Change my mind, it's 3 to 6. I love that debate is still ringing on. Like, people are still like, wait a minute, but how much is several? Because again, it's entirely non-defined. There is no correct answers. We can argue all day, but we're not going to get any more right or wrong because they're deliberately non-specific terms. But But let's do it all day anyway. At least English doesn't have gendered words. Yeah, I find that to be one of the wackiest features of other languages. Because like, if you learn the language, language rules are really intuitive. But it's so hard to learn, like, oh yeah, it's really easy. Certain words, you just gotta pretend they're men, and some words are female. Like, we sometimes have, an interesting thing we do in English, but this is by convention, this isn't, like, a rule of the language, is when you're referring to like a vessel. I would say this applies to mostly boats and stuff, but it applies to planes too. When you're referring to a vessel, or a plane or whatever, you say she. An example of this is the biggest plane that used to exist. It's not the biggest plane anymore, but it's called the 747. People are familiar with it, I'm sure. But it's called the Queen of the Skies. It's like it is a female lead of the sky, and that's a very interesting thing that we do, specifically, and seemingly specifically, in just this one particular way. And I find it interesting that, like, that's a rule about English that they'll never teach you, or they probably won't ever teach you. If they teach you that rule of English, that's cool. If you're a non-native English speaker and you've learned that one, good job. But it's totally true. Like, there she goes. And it's like, where did that come in? How did that happen? I always want to know the stories behind the weird rules that English has picked up. I don't know for sure. Das Auto, gender neutral. Also, a couple has to be more than two, or else my life is a lie. No, a couple is exactly two in my head. Like, think about it. If you have a couple, a newlywed couple, you don't go, well, how many of them are there in that relationship? You go, oh yeah, the new couple has two. I was gonna say man and wife, but I guess that's an outdated view of a couple, isn't it? Like, there is two people in a couple, generally speaking. Yeah, it becomes a throuple when there's three people, which is, a three-person couple. You don't say, oh yeah, we're a couple of people that just got together. You say we are more than a couple, because that's how it is. I've got a couple of really good ideas. I guess nebulously it can mean like two, but maybe more than two. But like you can imagine two. Yes, this is the same game as before. Just ignore me, says Olimatic. You know what? Do I have to ignore you? Maybe I want to listen to you. You ever think about that? You ever think about sometimes I just want to hear what you have to say? Maybe you should think about that. Maybe we shouldn't. So yeah, I found a interesting thing a while ago that was that because Charles Darwin is someone you always learn about in school, and like all the details are a bit non-specific. Like one of the things to me that's interesting is like he went to the Galapagos Islands, which is like, if I'm not mistaken, also this water is like continuously appearing, so I think it's a world generation bug maybe. But like he went to the Galapagos Island, which is today a part of it's either Peru or Ecuador, but I think it's Ecuador. Like it's weird that there is a place in the world that you can go to that is where evolution was discovered. And maybe that's obvious. Like for everything that's true. Like you can go to the place where gravity was discovered, except you can't. Fun fact. You know what? I'm not gonna ruin things, people. There's this tree in Cambridge that claims to be the tree that Isaac Newton's apple head claims to be the tree where Isaac Newton's idea for gravity came about, ignoring the fact that that moment very likely never happened. But the interesting thing is there's like 200 places in the UK that claim to have the place where the moment happened, because it's like, well, they took the tree and they cloned it, and if you clone the tree, then it's like, well, now we got the tree, and it's all kind of arbitrary anyway, right? Like if you, with the exception of great structures, in my opinion, like I think it is genuinely impressive to see things like the Roman Colosseum. It blows my mind when I look at people who go there being like, this is where 2,000 years ago people would like place bets on fights or whatever, and we've got proof of it. We've got a big structure. If people go, oh yeah, this random field right here in the middle of nowhere, this is where important things happened, it's like, oh, okay, cool, I guess. That's nice. Thank you for telling me. Also, I like what you do with your hair, says just for comments. Foxcat Gaming says a couple is two, a few is three, 3 or 4 is several, And about, oh, no wait, a few is 3 or 4. Several is about 7. A lot is 10. Everyone has that connection between several and 7, but I've never heard it in real life. So I'm going to guess American thing, maybe? You know, if you live in the UK, do you think a several is 7? Just right now, if you live in the UK, I'm sorry if you live in anywhere that's not the UK. I just want to see if it's like a my cultural background or like my country's cultural background. Or if just, you know, there's a lot of people who are wrong. Because that's entirely possible too, right? But yeah, so like, if there's no like thing that was been there since then, it's really hard to like mark something as super important. I live in Cambridge, says CatDragon126. You know, I live in Cambridge too. I don't really, but you know, I live in everywhere if you think about it. I'm a citizen of the world, except for the fact that that's not how citizenship works. 2 random skeletons chilling over here. That's nice. Several is 13. That's specifically wrong. No, yes. In the yeah, wait, a lot of people are saying it's 7. Silica said 7 earlier, and he is British. Also, Ninta, I'm a sailor for the US Navy. We call a ship Sheep because she takes a lot of paint to keep her looking good and take experienced men to handle her. Good job. Good job, Ninta. Good job. I don't know if you do work as a sailor from the US Navy, but and if that's like a common joke that you just have in the Navy or whatever. But like, you know, well played. Good job. Nice. Okay, so yeah, it's interesting to see these like big debates happening here. A couple of skeletons. See, exactly, David Solomano. That was a couple of skeletons. Wait, okay. Let's use real world Minecraft examples. How many blocks how many like blocks are in this iron vein right here? What do you say? Oh, it's actually, you know, this is easy. It's 1 block. Isn't it interesting that 1 and 0 are special numbers? And as soon as we go past 1 or 0, we're just like, it's some number. Who knows for sure? Okay, this right. Oh no, I broke one, but that's fine. Why are there so many just 2 veins of diamonds? How unlucky am I today? Too unlucky, I say. Okay, let's, I think there was a vein down here too, maybe, right? Nope. Keeps on going though, so let's follow it. I'm gonna find... Man, I miss these caves. It's been so long since you used to have mushrooms spawning in caves. And I don't know why I miss it, but it's just nostalgic to go through my old cave and to see old cave generation. You know? That's, the one thing that's different about caves is mushrooms, which is kind of sad. Oh no, am I back in 1st grade? You know, this is every nightmare you've ever had, Chantal. We're all back in 1st grade now. IBX3Cat, have you ever wondered the average age of your viewers? I do actually, like, not because I think it would change. Actually, you know, I guess it probably should change how I interact with people when I learn that, like, oh yeah, there is a surprising number of people who are, like, you know, 13, 14, sometimes even below those ages. Yeah, let's make a bunch of torches. Like, sometimes it's interesting on that kind of angle. Okay, here's a vein of iron. How many blocks of iron are there? Is this a few, or is this several? Is this several blocks of iron, or is this a few? I'm gonna mine all the way around it, just so we can be extra sure here. Yeah, this is definitely this many blocks. How many blocks of iron are there, chat? A few or several? That's what I want to hear. Also, thank you, Corrugate Industries. I haven't played Terraria. I played Terraria yesterday. I kind of want to play more, but I don't know when. Don't know if I should stream it or not. Because, like, having a bad YouTube stream is worse than just having a good one. I just get easily frustrated with willful ignorance. I couldn't be a teacher. Okay, some people are saying this is a few. Oh, everyone's saying it's a few. I have no one... Okay, I've got someone saying several. Oh, I've got more severals. This is a few. This is a few iron blocks, you reckon? This is just a few. Okay, several. Oh, we got some severals in here. Oh, several, multiple. Okay, you're not an answer, but I like it. Angry soda cans. Yes, several is far more common than a few. This is not a few. This is several. Despite the fact that there is not 7, there is 6 blocks of iron. Checkmate everyone who thinks it needs to be 7 to be several. Like, you can't say that's a few blocks of iron. That's several blocks of iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not 7. See how we didn't get to 7? That's because that's not how several works. Glad I could educate you all today. What a delightful thing. Side note, by the way, but one of my biggest pet peeves on the internet is when we would go, educate yourselves, as if to say, like, I don't care about what you have to say. I'm just here to go for a thing. Also, sometimes people are like, oh yeah, people who want you to, like, explain things to them are really just trolls. You know, anyone who wants you to expand on your belief rather than just keep it how it is, they're just trolls. You should just, you know, my beliefs are out there, educate yourself out. And it's like, no, you gotta, like, convince people about what you gotta say. That's why we're having a whole fun debate here. Everyone just got a little bit smarter, right? We all learned that people around you, even if you don't, like, people around you consider 6 to be several. Like, is 5 several? That's a fun debate for another time, you know? Actually, wait, I wanna like, okay, how many blocks of gold are there gonna be here? It's probably gonna be 6, right? So, yep, I'm gonna guess 6. So if we then remove this block here, and we mine through here, chat, look at this vein of gold right here. Is this a few blocks of gold, or is this several blocks of gold? I need to know. Like, 5 is the cutoff point for me, right between a few and a several. So I really need to know. I really need to know. Is this a few blocks of gold? I'll give you another low angle. Or is this several blocks of gold? A couple equals 2. A few equals more than 2 but less than 5. Several is less than 5 but greater than 10. Over 10 is many and creeping towards 15 is too many. I lost 7 brain cells. Several brain cells. Okay, so this is still several for a lot of people. But we're hitting that right edge between several and few. A bit, some. This is some gold blocks. Like, calling this a few feels a bit off, but a lot of people are saying it. To me, this is several blocks. But some people say, nah, this is a few. And I find that very bizarre. What's the scoop with this? Wow, how the views not plummeted during this conversation, Chantel. I'll have you know, this is what the people subscribe for. People subscribe for in-depth conversations about few versus several. You know, okay, you know, if we want to get people leaving. Also, Corey Entries, I'll pay more if you spend 17 seconds repeating the word tower. Tower, 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 tower. There's an interesting thing actually where you know the red lorry, yellow lorry game? I don't know, as an adult, for some reason, I think it's because in my head it's because I do YouTube, but it's obviously unrelated. I've gotten worse at speaking as I become more of an adult. Like, I guess I can speak in the sense that I can say words to you and be like, hello, I'm IBX Toycat, welcome back to another live stream on the internet. But as far as, like, actually speaking and, like, getting, like, my enunciation is so bad that I can be like, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow, and then it breaks after, like, a few. Also, Garrett Adcock says funeral. I think we just need a word that describes, like, 4 to 6. Like, few can be 3 to 5. Several can be 5 to... Or, like, you know, like, yeah, several can be 5 to 10 or so. And then, you know, we can have, like, funeral. It's like a funeral where it's, like, somewhere between a few and a several. I don't think that was 17. You know, I said it for as long as I didn't hate saying it to myself. I figured, you know, I'm not doing it just for the super chat, and therefore I literally didn't follow the rules. I wanted to see if, like, when I said tower enough, it would turn into a whole thing. Yay, have we built an iron farm yet? Or, you know what? We've gotten ourselves to 3.5 stacks, so we're about 200 iron ore. This will take a while, won't it? I didn't really appreciate. Man, is finding iron harder than finding gold? I guess harder than finding gold harder than finding gold out in a, what's the word I'm looking for? It is harder than to find gold in a mesa biome. I did it. I found the word for the thing I wanted to say. It was very hard. I struggled a bit, but we got there in the end. And overcoming adversity, that is what I'm all about. So, if you want to several mean different things to me, several is more than a few. Oh, man. I love the in-depth.
I'm still convinced 1 is 1, 2 is a couple, 3 is a few is 3 letters, 4 is some, same reasoning, 5 is a handful, fingers, 6 is a bunch, banana bunches.
I get 5
7
bananas
is
in my
several,
bunches.
sound of words.
So, I can I can kind of see that one, honestly. I don't think you're right, but I signed it. Also, not 17. I failed my assignment. I'm so sorry. No, I try not to take on, like, I try not to do the whole, like, oh yeah, I'll super chat if you do X, unless it's something that I'm gonna have fun doing. So midway through that, I was like, you know what? I don't think, if I'm not having fun saying tower, no one's being like, yes, Toy Cat, I enjoyed the part of the stream where you said tower repeatedly. So I kind of moved on. So chat, should we talk about tipping again? I feel like everyone loves it when we talk about tipping. Like, I feel like it's everyone's favorite topic, like hearing British people talking about tips and whatnot. So should we talk about it some more? I feel like that's what we gotta do. Do you wanna see it, chat? You want me to do it? Or, you know, what am I gonna think about it today? Maybe I think that tipping, you know, like tipping the people who bring you your food is the high. Maybe I've changed my mind. No, actually, I think what I actually do want to do, non-ironically, is to, like, once I've lived in America for a few months, I want to see, you know, because I'm moving there soon. You probably all know that, but I just mentioning it in case you don't. I want to see, like, if that changes my opinion, or if it, like, gets even worse. Because I've only ever visited America for, like, the longest time was 3 weeks. No, it might have been 2 weeks. It was either 2 or 3 weeks. It was an amount of time. I've never visited for longer than that amount of time. I want to see how much my perspective changes. Yeah, because of a result of that. So, swim in a 1x1 air gap and you won't lose hunger and go speed. Yeah, that's true. If we were trying to, like, find diamonds efficiently, even if we were just trying to find, man, having water in the overworld, I just realized, like, you can make the greatest, like, if you could get water in the Nether, even just by a bug, the amount it would help you mine netherite would be pretty intense. Tipping, says Kyla. Oh, awesome, thank you for the tip, Kyla. No, maybe you've been out of it for a bit, but we had a whole let's call it casual debate about tipping that maybe came up several times. Maybe people hate it when it comes up. Maybe that's where things are. So, hey Tocat, where are you moving to in America? Somewhere in Nevada. It could be any of Nevada's great cities. I won't tell you my city right now. I'm gonna save it as a secret. Really does depend on context, I think, says Noah Rossa. Honestly, that's the sad answer to, like, everything in life is kind of that, right? Like, it's hard to make a blanket rule that, like, even, like, bananas, right? Objectively awful things. But it's like, well, they're really cheap foods. And also, you know, there is a ripeness of bananas for everyone that tastes really good. Some people like non-ripe bananas, some people like this. Are bananas good for you? Well, I mean, if you eat 15 bananas, they're not good for you. Is a single banana good for you? I mean, compared to what? You know, like, like even the, like, most simpler topics, there's a world of nuance, because that's how humans be. We're very complex. We live in a world of nuance, you know? We live in a world where lots of things are happening all the time. So, now isn't the best time. Tipping is racist in the Steam Age. They use it to pay African Americans less. I actually, you know, I can get on board with that movement. Yeah, I'm gonna, I would be willing to bet, not correctly, but I think that one of the things that is probably inherent in how people tip is, because actually they did this at Starbucks and they tested it, like, really, really, like, badly. So, like, obviously in Starbucks, who tips at Starbucks? But apparently, like, if you're, you know, the more attractive you are, the more likely people are to tip. Like, it kind of gives a boost to the groups that already have a huge boost in the rest of the ways. But also you could just argue that, like, oh yeah, well, if people want these people to have money, who's stopping it from giving them to them? 9 bananas equals...
You're moving to America? Good luck, it's kinda terrible here.
There's a lot of Americans who don't like America. And I think the cool thing about America... Actually, the terrible thing about being born in America is that, like, if you leave it, you have to pay taxes even once you leave America. But the cool thing about America to me, the thing I've always liked, at least the idea of, I think we need to have a country. One of the most poisonous concepts to me is that because you are born somewhere, you are luckier than someone born elsewhere. The biggest inequality we have in this world, that, you know, we don't talk about it because it's like, It's not easily adjustable. There's no feel-good solution. But like the biggest inequality is like the place of your birth, the circumstances of your birth matter so much more than anything else. But the cool thing about what the US was for a fair amount of time, whether by accident or on purpose, I think it's on purpose, but these days you've got to pretend to be anti-immigration to America. But the whole point of America is like no one is. I was gonna say no one is natively American. You know what I mean though? Like there are people who are natively American. What percentage of people who live in the United States of America are natively from there? Now the cool idea is like you go past the idea that the point of someone's, you know, like the point of being, you know, if you have a UK passport, it's probably because you were born in the UK or you had a parent who's from here. That's not particularly, you know, like that's not a particularly interesting qualification. Whereas for the longest time, like being, this worked for Canada. You know, Canada as well. Like if you have a Canadian citizenship, it means somewhat, you know, like Canada wanted you to come help their country, and you were willing to leave everything behind in your home country to go to a place where there was opportunity. Like people who seek opportunity are like that's a type of person I get down with. You know, I want people who want good things for themselves and are willing to go through things to get it. Like people who want good things for themselves but are like, it's not really worth the effort. Like someone who's like, oh yeah, I would really love to have I don't know, I'd love to mine 1,000 iron toy cat, but I can't be bothered. It's like, well, then you wouldn't love to have 1,000 iron that badly, would you? Like you want to have it. If you want something bad enough to go and do the thing, that's cool, right? That's something that is great. And obviously, because over time, and because you know, I'd say slavery also adds to like the deep scar that America has because of slavery kind of removes from this a little bit too. But like in theory, the point of America and the cool concept about that country is that it is a country that anyone from pretty much anywhere could move to. Obviously, for a while, it was also very European heavy, but like there was, you know, there's no like Germans and Irish and French and you know, English and Dutch and whatever in America. There is just people. Some people like to simplify it down to just white people, but even if you just think about that, even if you just think about the achievements that like all these European nationalities that hate each other formed a country together where they don't hate each other. Like how many people do you generally look at and be like, oh, that person I hate him so much, he's Irish or he's German or whatever. You don't think that in America, you know? Maybe it's just because you got more of the... Yeah, I know what I'm saying right here. But Sarah, so it's moving to Nuketown, Nevada confirmed. I am moving to Nuketown. I am excited. I'm not really. It'd be cool, you know? I want to go see like one of those test sites. I'm sure I can... I'm going to have to look into that, actually. Or maybe someone else will. But yeah, I'd love to go see like a test nuclear explosion site. Because I hear Nevada really wasn't happy with those. And again, it's an awful thing to think, but like, ooh. If there's something that's so bad that someone really, really, really protested, it's like, ooh, what's this thing that's so bad? Also, do Minecraft caves this big exist anymore? I feel like it's been forever since I found one. Like, because this is my 360/Xbox One part of the world. Have you seen a cave this big in, like, ever? Because it's been a very long time since I found one. Hey Toycat, I'm Irish and I live in New York, says Minecraft Addiction. See, right, but are you Irish and live in New York? Or are you American? In America, we all hate each other. Right, like, and that's because it's easier to found a movement around hate than it is to, why is he picking on the Irish? Oh no, I'm sorry. You know, I'm picking on the Irish, screw it. Like, the fact that genuinely, right now, so many Americans don't know about the huge stigma that was applied against Irish people. Like, on the one hand, that's like, huh, that's rough. But it shows how together they consider the group of Europeans in America to be. That they're like, yeah, they're just one big... Even if you think there's an evil group, you don't think of them as being evil to themselves. You think of them as being evil outwards, which means you see them as like a cohesive group. Also, whoa, we just found a mob spawner. That's cool. That's a fun thing, right? You forgot the iron ore. Oh no, the iron ore. I'll go back for it. Or maybe I won't. So yeah, the chests are separate, facing each other, I think. Oh no, they're just facing each other. We can grab a bucket. We can grab... Oh, look at this, iron. What's that, chat? I have to go make a farm or mine for iron, do I? No, I do not. Look at this beauty right here. Yeah, I probably don't want this, but I want to keep track of it just in case. We'll take the iron. We'll take the iron. Do I take the bucket too? Probably not. We'll put some garbage in there because that's just what I do. And then we'll mine up to the surface and like make a little tracker on this point. Because we're too far away from the main pathway to easily point to this. Yes, we'll just go to the surface. We'll make a really simple staircase. It'll be great. Or even better, I'll just use I'll use scaffolding. Scaffold my way up there. Yeah, right from the middle of this too, just for fun. Let's scaffolds. Oh, can you not place scaffolding on a mob spawner? What a wacky fact. Does it? Huh. I wonder if there's a reason for that. So instead we'll scaffold just to the outside over here. Sure, why not? After we grab this iron ore. Look at that. The monster spawner ruined my iron ore spawn. What a monstrous thing that it did. So let's go to the mine. Corrugate Industries, here's an idea. After this, you can make an iron farm out of iron blocks. You know, wouldn't that be fun? Wait, I can make my iron farm out of iron ore. Wouldn't that be even better? That'd be such a dumb idea. I kind of want to now, though. You gotta admit, there's a part of you that's like, yep, that's great. We gotta do that now. So let's just break to the top. I have no idea where this is even gonna link to. I think it's actually just gonna take me into the moat around the world. So that's a problem. Let's see where we end up. Okay, so I can see light. Where does that light come from? We're under a birch forest of some form. Okay, yeah, we're probably fine to just keep placing upwards. But yeah, it is a, I think it's very interesting that, there is this, like, very, like, one of the cool things about being born to America, like, one of the tragedies is that a country that was, you know, a country that at one point was based on, oh yeah, you move here because you want
on
the opportunity
shift at work, so I'll have to watch this stream later. Stopped by to tip my favorite streamer. Keep doing you.
Hey,
Chloe
thank you.
Cat.
Thank you, Michelle Owo. It's good to see you again. I have recognized this name a few times now. You know, I'd love to know what is your like YouTube name sometime. I wonder if they're like different or if you're gonna link them together. But thank you very much for not only tipping £7.61, but you did it via Streamlabs, it sounds like, which, as we all know, this is the best way to do that one at all. So now what we're gonna do is use a little bit of cobblestone and just mark that, like, hey, did you know over here there's a spider spawner? We could do that by placing string down, I guess. Yeah, let's place some string, like, over here. And then it's clear that there's a spider spawner down there. It's a dumb idea, but it's my idea, and therefore I like it. And now we can head back over there to get back to the entrance of the mine. Isn't it crazy how far away we got from our mine, but in the wrong direction? Yeah, one of the things that I think is very interesting is or sad maybe, is that when you're born into a like country, you're kind of born there against your will. And I wish there was some fix for that. I wish there was like a place where, in the same way that within a country, if you're in a little town somewhere that doesn't have any need for computer programmers, but you really want to be a computer programmer, you know what? You can move to another town over with pretty much no hassles. Like, you just go there and then it happens. Whereas the equivalent of that for like a lot of career paths is very hard. Like, there are some job fields where I'm sure there's a chronic shortage in the US and whatever else. And also there's some things where there's a serious oversupply. Well, you know, actually, I actually don't know what is oversupplied in America in particular, but like, it'd be cool if like people who hate, say I would love to be able to like trade your citizenship, be like, oh yeah, you hate your country, I like your country and hate mine. Let's trade. I don't hate my country, by the way. I like my country a fair amount at least. But I think the idea of being like trapped in a country you hate is such a tragedy because we don't really have a framework to deal with that yet. We don't have a system to go for it. New Mexico has a test site you can check out. It says just for comments. You know, I might have to do that. Wait, I think New Mexico is the state just to the south of Nevada, right? No, wait, it's to the south of Arizona? No, it's to the east of Arizona. Wait, I don't know my states, clearly. No, Arizona is a border state. So New Mexico is on the east of Arizona, I guess. Lawyers are oversupplied. I've heard lawyers are oversupplied, but I think it just means like they, you know, like I think even though there might be an oversupply of them or whatever else, I think in reality, there's like enough work. It's just that I think people who are driven to become lawyers probably want more work than just a normal amount, you know? And there's an oversupply in that kind of characteristics. Whatever, it's a whole thing we should work out. Computer programmers in the Boston area oversupplied. Yeah, right, and the easiest way to, like, the reality is there are very few things that, like, worldwide, there is a massive glut of. I'd say, like, farmers or, like, farming stuff is, like, very much that. Because every year we get slightly better at automating farms, so we need slightly fewer people. Is a great example. You really need to learn your states if you're moving here, says JDog Games. So first of all, as someone who's interested in geography, I am learning my states just for fun. But, you know... Okay, I'm going to be very polite. I'm going to be extraordinarily polite here. Everyone watch as I do my most polite maneuver. You know there is no requirement to know where state... Like, even if you live within one state and you... Like, there's no need to know... I don't even need to know where Nevada is in relation to the rest of the US. Is it in Canada? Is it where Alaska... Is it next to Alaska? Is it in the middle of the Pacific Ocean? It doesn't effectively matter until you go other places. The only time you need to know where places are is in relation to other places. And if I'm spending for the 3 months in one place, that's a whole thing. American society is highly litigious too. Yeah, I used to think, okay, so as one of the things that we make fun of America for in the UK is being very sue heavy. Like, something goes wrong, sue someone for it. And there are definitely downsides to that. Like, I am genuinely terrified of being sued for something dumb. I'm not going to be, but like, I think the legal system is kind of scary on that front. But I think, you know, but like, and then you think about it and you're like, actually in reality, what am I going to get sued for? Probably nothing. Whereas, how many times are there people who have wronged me who I would like to make that wrong right, you know? And it's like, probably a fair number, right? Probably, you know, like I think the upside to, like, if you want to have a functioning, let's call it a free market. If you want to have a functioning world where people interact with each other, you need to have some way to balance out when people mess each other up on purpose. And I think the cool thing about a legal system is the sets of rules that they follow. You know, they have the ability to do very strong things, but the sets of rules that they follow are very clear and fair. Whereas the rules that we follow day to day are sometimes not so clear, not so fair. Like, am I being mean to a comment? You know, the guy who said, JDog Games, you know, he said earlier, like, oh yeah, you should learn your states if you're moving here. Was I being mean to him when I said, you don't need to learn your states, man? Probably not, but maybe you might think I am. Am I being mean to him if I'm like, JDog Games? More like, JDog sucks. You know, is that mean? That's a little bit mean, right? You know, like, meanness, not meanness, injustices in the real world. They're kind of hard to nail down precisely. Whereas, you know, if you have the cool thing about a legal system as a way to resolve certain things is laws are very set in stone. It's very clear to know if you've broken one or not. Because, you know, I talk about language all the time and how, like, it's always shifting. The cool thing about legal language is legal language doesn't shift. Legal language is always the same. That's why so much of it is Latin. You ever hear the phrase quid pro quo? You ever hear the phrase, de jure? No, not de jure. The other one. De facto. You know, you ever hear the word de facto and you're like, what does that mean? And it's like, oh yeah, by default, you know, de facto. But like the fact that we use these words so often, that they're Latin words, and they've had this same meaning over all that time. I think IE is another example. IE stands for, like, EG as well. There's a lot of like weird terms that we use in English that are Latin based and then they're very good for laws because they're like, they have been set in stone for 2,000 years. Whereas 100 years ago, you know, I read a book like that described like this set of children as being very gay one morning, and it's like, wait, what? And it's like, oh yeah, gay meant happy. Gay, even like we saw the shift happen in like pretty recent times from gay being like, oh yeah, gay, to like, oh yeah, gay is that's a classification. It's a thing. It's a movement. It's a community. Like it's a lot of different things, and most of the... Actually, you know, I was going to say most gays aren't happy. Most gays seem happy in the media. I wonder, actually, I would love to know, statistically speaking, like, are you, like, happier? Like, if you take... Because we all know the stats around, like, you know, if you're trans versus if you're not trans. The statistics around happiness are like disastrous. Like it's a huge epidemic we don't really talk about. But I wonder if like being gay makes you happier on average or less happy on average, or if it doesn't affect it. You know, it's got to be one of those things. I'd love to know. What's up, video game Catman? Things are going well. Thank you for asking, Rat Lavera. Things are going very well. What are the best things to spend 7 diamonds on a new world? Clearly a pair of diamond leggings. I'm Mandeep Mefaru says, no one should say anything bad about the US because you're lucky to be here. So I think that's also a little bit of a toxic attitude because some people would prefer not to be there. Because, again, moving to the US is it's like a very bold thing where you get the opportunity you want. Being born in the US is arguably one of the... Like, if you don't want to be there, if you don't care, if you think opportunity isn't one of the most important things in the world, then being there is a real struggle because, like, you know, things like, healthcare is hard, more expensive, it's not guaranteed. If you lose your job, you lose your, like, stuff like that is something people are like, I don't think this is how the world should be. But it has to be because it's the world that I live in. Like, if you get what I'm saying, there are, like, genuine downsides to living in the United States. And if you didn't, even though you might be lucky, like, being someone else's version of lucky is great, but it's not too useful on an individual level. I'm semi-closeted and it's a very comfortable position to be in, says Duncan Wall. I always thought that, again, this is just... Egg, thank you, Frogget. I know that it's braver to always be out and about with whatever thing you're is, because the more we talk about and the more we're open about things we have, the better they become. But as an individual, it's like, it's good to be proud of and it's good to tell people, destigmatize, or whatever the word is, something like depression. Or, like, I think I mentioned, this is on a melon juice stream, so now you know why. I mentioned that I bled out of my rear end, the part of me that is usually used for food processing. It bleeds, and it hurts. Sometimes there's some like little bumps that develop there, and like I mentioned that, and it's like that. On the one hand, that was useful because some people realized that's a thing. On the other hand, it's like people look at that and they go, "Ooh, that's gross. Oh, that's not good." Like you're worse off than on an individual level. And I've always felt like I prefer giving people advice, especially if like they're fun friends like Ashes and Rose. Thank you for paying the Toy Cat tax. Hope you're doing great today, Ashes and Rose. But I feel like there are circumstances where you doing the best thing for you, you can make, like making the world good is a really valuable goal that we should all be aiming for too. Don't get me wrong. But I also think you can't make the world better if you can't even handle yourself. If you, the world can't be a. Let me put it in better words. You can't make the world a better place if you are a wreck yourself. Before you can help with the issues of outside, you need to work with the issues of yourself. And that's why, like, there are some fights that you're going to be perfectly geared up to lead. There are some things you're going to be perfectly able to help with. But to assume that you can help with, again, like, it's that thing we said earlier. If you think that you can do everything, it's a great thing to think until you can't. And then that will start to mess you up when you're like, oh, I can't do everything. Guess I'm just not a good person. And that's why I'm very against, like, for instance, like, if you prefer a world with a financial system that's different to ours, that's a fine viewpoint. Like, we will one day, like, it's almost guaranteed that at one point, our current system, if you want to, I don't think capitalism is the successor to feudalism, but let's say that it is. Let's say that, like, 500-ish years ago, we switched from a very feudalist society that wasn't, or like mercantilist society to like a capitalist one. If we say that is the worldview, at some point things will change. But within the society that we live in right now, there are things that you need to do to be stable. Because even if both you and your landlord want a world without money, that landlord needs money to pay his mortgage, and that mortgage company needs their money to keep up all the the depositors that are going in there, and all those depositors need that money because that's what they're saving, like to look after their kids or whatever. Like the number of chains along a line that like keep things together. So okay, if you could live anywhere else other than Britain, what would it be? Wait, first of all, Jonathan Harbison, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, if I could live anywhere but the UK, I would. I like the idea of Canada a lot, but high taxes and high flight prices make me go, maybe not. Like, living in Canada sounds really great, but the realities of living in Canada are problematic to me. So, also, I haven't found any iron ore in this little tunnel I've been digging. What's the scoop with that? What's the scoop? What's happening there, you know? But let's just turn 90 degrees because we've hit minus 432. I'm gonna go all the way around the world just to pick up some iron. Hey, I mentioned no iron. Then we found iron. That's nice. Oh yeah, look at all that iron. We found 10. Is 10 several? Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. But yeah, it's like again, I feel like the easiest way to fight a place is when you're, because like the easiest place to criticize something from is when you have no stake in it. But then the problem is when you see a system being so bad as like I'm not gonna work within the system. I'm gonna hope that it gets destroyed. When your biggest hope is that the world as it functions right now gets destroyed, your best case scenario is everything resets and things are rough for everyone, and your worst case is that you suffer under that kind of system, right? But yeah, if I had to live in any other country, I think I'd live in. I'd like to live in Canada. Failing that, either Australia or the United States. Like I genuinely considered like, okay, after this whole COVID, during this whole COVID thing, it'd be cool to go live in like Australia for a bit, because it's their winter right now, and I love winter. I would love to have 6 months of my year in Australia, 6 months in the UK, and have perpetual winter and autumn, right? Yeah, okay, we need to drop this one out, and is it this one? It's this one. I hear the dry hand song. WTF, he's just mining iron for 7 hours, says AS. Exactly, yeah, we mine iron, talk about life, the universe, and everything in between. It's a fun time, unless you hate those things, in which case it's not a fun time. But is anything really a fun time? Also, thank you, Curry Industries. Opinions on the modern applications of the world legendary. It's one of those dumb things, right? Where, like, I get it. It's how language changes. I can't be too mad about it. But I'm mad about it, so let's talk about that. We like to very much overuse... I feel like we like to very much overuse... like, we like to use the phrase, like, this will go down in history, or stuff like that. And it's like, everything goes down in history. Legendary. There'll be legends about it. Everything is legendary on something, so you can... Like, it just becomes, like... you're not technically inaccurate, but also you kind of are. IBX Toy Cat. Haha, I live in Australia. Yeah, I like, I like Australia for the same kind of logic as I like the United States, like, it's like, oh yeah, you can move there. Like, there are huge communities of very disparate places, like... there's huge Japanese communities, there's huge Greek communities. Obviously, there's like the English, because I wonder why there's a lot of English people in Australia. I wish we could work that one out, huh? But like there's like lots of groups of different. There's lots of different groups in Australia, is what I'm trying to say. But the thing that unites them, the thing that makes it like Australia, is like, oh yeah, it's this. But everyone is there because they sought some form of opportunity at some point, and that's cool. I think if there's one thing it proves, though, like the cool science experiment that we've unwittingly done with countries like the US, is we start to prove that over time, like even within just a few generations, like the US is only like 6 or 7 generations old, right? Like, I want to say, I learned this recently, the American War of Independence happened in 1776, right? Did I get that right? Yeah, 1776. So that means that even if you assume it started just then, and they weren't even like that federal country until like another 100 years later, but whatever. In the time, let's just say since the 1850s, the time since America became a world power that people actually would like to go visit for various reasons. If you just look at that time period, it's like, oh yeah, in 5 generations, people have gone from like, oh yeah, I love to be here, to like, I don't know so much about that one, Like, there's no huge superiority in it. Like, even if you actually look at the numbers, not that I believe IQ tests are everything, by the way, Always got to say that. But the IQ of the average American isn't higher than the IQ of any other country, despite the fact that you'd guess that smarter people would want to move there, and smart people would be required to go in there. So, Kat, you will go up in history. One of my big fears is being forgotten sometimes, like being left out of history. Like, as soon as one of the scary things, Iron on your left, Toy Cat. You know what? Thank you, Jimmy Victus. I don't know where I missed Iron on my left, but I'm gonna look again. I think it's just a very old comment, actually. So, you should move to Rhode Island, US. It's on the East Coast. It's a smaller state, but it's great. There's literally everything 50 minutes away. And before you ask, no, it's not actually an island. The island part of Rhode Island comes from the fact that it's like, one of the islands nearby was the first settlement there. And that's what was happening. I'm enjoying this apple rhubarb and ginger drink I've made, by the way. It's ran out, though. It's very tragic. What do you do when your drink runs out? That's my only question. In America, it's called the Revolution. Do you call it the War of Independence? Again, I always talk about this one, but it's not discussed very much in the UK. It's like, oh yeah, there was that thing. I was shocked when I learned that America came from the UK. I was like, wait, what? Why did the UK used to own America? What's the scoop with that? I find it very wacky. I find that very strange. But yeah, one of the, like, when you're on YouTube every day, like, you've got to do something new. Like, I made a video people enjoyed yesterday, but what about today? It's not enough that they enjoyed that video yesterday. If you have a viral hit, people will enjoy that for a few months. But, like, it gets less and less every day, so, like, it slowly fades off. Every single day, you've got to find the thing that people are, you know, excited about, people want to see, etc., etc., etc. And it is kind of hard sometimes. It feels, yeah, you know, honestly, there's just no caves at the edge of the world. I thought this was a really clever idea, but I kind of hate that I'm doing it now. So we're gonna just, like, grab the sign and get out of here. I think it's better to explore caves, both in terms of iron output, but also just in terms of not wanting to die because of how dull this kind of feels. So that's a thing I'm gonna start doing. New sub here. What's up, says Gamer? Things are going well. Hey Toycat, do you consider your content to be family friendly? Says H1 Alex. I really don't know where I fall on that one. Like, on the one hand, like, I would say it's usually stuff you can watch as a family, but it depends on the family, you know. Like, if you're a super Christian family that don't want to talk about communism, maybe not, right? There's something in, wait. Yeah, it really depends. Like, I know family friendly broadly means, like, not swearing. I don't swear, right? And, like, but do we have adult themes? What do you consider an adult theme? Oh, I put a cherry in here earlier, and I can't get it out. Wait. Okay, pro tip. Did you know these little things on the top are just added later? We can tear that off. I still can't get to the cherry. Okay, fun fact. You can actually just tear the whole carton in half. It's always sad to see. But you know what? This juice must suffer so I can get a cherry. We did it. Look at this. This is a cherry that's been soaked in juice. You enjoy? A friend once told me, you don't swear most of the time, Lamau, says Kyla. You're not wrong. Bleeding butts. I don't know. I think your children should learn about bleeding butts. Like, if you teach children that it's not normal to bleed from your... Actually, that's probably a good idea. Because then when they have it happen, they won't be so shocked. I don't know, I've always heard, like, women be like, oh yeah, I was really shocked when one day I started bleeding out my front butthole. And it's like, oh yeah, they've just never been told. The whole plot of the movie Carrie is that they make fun of her for that, right? I don't think that's the plot. But, you know, it's a part of that movie. They make fun of her because something. I don't know. Actually, why do they make fun of her? Because, you know, I don't understand. But look, for some reason, getting your period is a thing girls make fun of other girls for. Trust me, I watched the Stephen King movie, and as a result, it's like, oh yeah, bad things happen. She killed an entire town of people. Spoiler alert. So like, if there's anything that movie should teach you, it's like, yeah, we should teach people that they bleed from places. and that's okay. You know, blood is bad, but blood is also good. If everyone was just aware of that, the world might be a better place. But like, yeah, no, it's really hard because some things like, again, outside of swearing, which is one of the few universal like agreed on as like that makes something adult, right? I don't even know why that's true, but like we generally agree on the fact that adult is swearing and adult is pornographic, like, you know, nudity of some form, which is a very prude thing to say. Like, you know, there are situations where nudity is educational, and every educational institute will explain that. But it's like, okay, but like for the vitriolic, not the word, entertainment-based nudity, very much a thing that is, you know, adult only. But then it's like, okay, so what about talking about the former USSR? What about me explaining, you know, what about suicide, you know? Is that an adult topic? Like, on the one hand, it's useful to know about, but I sometimes see people in videos be like, oh, Toy Cat, you're so selfish for talking about, you know, the time you tried to not be alive. And I always find that funny, like, yeah, you know, that was the selfish thing there. That time, I'm so sorry you had to listen to that. Oh, what a monster I am. I always find that funny. But, you know, like, oh, yeah, can't believe you would talk about a serious thing that happened in your life, man. You know, can't believe you didn't warn me. It just happened to me. I'm 9, my mum is watching this with me, says Fox8 Face. See, I don't know if that's serious, but if it is, like, why are they okay with you hearing all of that? If I say the F word, will they tell you to turn it off? Like, what's the scoop? I love fun facts of Toy Cat. Have any more? Says just for comments. I learned that I need to go out my car. Can you pause for a minute? Says Halo 2 Freak. You know, Halo 2 Freak, you get into your car is a very important thing to me. So let's just pause while you do that. That's a very good idea. I need to drink some water. Hello, this is the first live video I've seen. Welcome to your first live video that you've seen. How's it going? You liking it? Is it good? I hope it's good. Whew. This guy's a genius for this idea. Am I a genius or am I incredibly dumb? We'll never know, will we? We'll just never know the answer to that one. My mum beats me if I complain. She makes me watch Mum and Dad. Oh god. See, that was a joke, that Fox8 Face person, but it could have been real. Limo, love it for the fans. What were you drinking, says Jimmy Lindsay? I was drinking apple and rhubarb juice. Okay, one of the most underrated drink categories. I don't know why, like, people think it's healthy, therefore they don't drink it, but like, you know, ignore the healthy. Remember, it's just sugar water. One of my favorite things is just fruit juice. I can just chug, like, because even like basic fruit juice, like orange juice is so good. Like, cold orange juice, I can chug that all day and all night. Give me 2 liters of orange juice and I'll give you no liters of orange juice because I'll drink it all. You know, I think that's kind of crazy. Also, I can't hear IBX, but if he sees this, I love his videos. They're so great. Why can't you hear me, man? I'm speaking right to you. I'm so confused. So I have a thing I would like to say. May I have more fun facts? I'm actually, like, on the spot, I'm bad at fun facts. Like, did you know pineapples are a fruit? Bet you didn't. Bet you thought they were a vegetable. No, I might give dumb fun facts. That's a way better idea. Mute me for 1 minute, says my name is Jeff. No, I won't do that to you. And your name probably isn't even Jeff, is it? You know, I'm getting really caught up on reading the comments. It's a dangerous game to play, reading the comments, because if you don't read out just the right ones, you do a bad job. So oh, it's so hot. I'm gonna turn on my air conditioner. 1 sec. I am melting alive. You know, nothing could go wrong if I just sit on this ledge, looking at these diamonds, right? I don't see anything could go wrong. Oh. Yeah, think about the fact that it's August. Like, we are 4 months away from Christmas. We are 4 months away from 2021. Wow, we found diamonds. Thank you for finding them, chat. I couldn't have found them myself. Whew, you still streaming, bruh? Says Rue. Hey, good to see you, Rue. It's been a while. Wait, it's been a moo. It's been a cow's moo. It's been a cow's moo, Rue. There we go. I made it rhyme. That's all that matters. Okay. We're gonna mine this. Oh, there's multiple diamond ore. What a treat we get ourselves into. Let's break that block. Now we break this one. Oh, it's more that... Okay. Look at this. Oh, no, no, no. Did I get that block? Nope, I didn't. I lost it to the wilderness. I didn't lose this one though. Okay, that's nice. So we lost the diamond ore today. Flex. Can lose a diamond ore and not even feel sad. Would you guys like to hear about how I'm doing today? I'm just kidding. I'm a YouTuber. I'm not a real person. I don't have thoughts, feelings, and emotions. It's August in the UK too, says McDonald's Town, and I'm just converting to American dates. It's actually April in the UK. I'm just choking on my own spit today, repeatedly. That's nice, isn't it? Isn't that what we all want to do? Earlier today, I went bouldering, and my arms, like, not even my arms at this point, like my elbows hurt beyond belief, and it's all my brain can focus on. So, dude, you're the best. Thank you for making me legitimately laugh and smile for the first time in a while. Thank you, Halo 2 Freak. I'm glad that you legitimately smiled. You know, legitimate smiling, so much better than non-legitimate smiling. But, should we go to the top of this ravine? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, this was a bad idea. Where are we right now? I do not know. I just would like to get out of there. It's so weird how you can, like, elytra into weird holes like that. Cat, thank you for the videos, they really help me feel better. You're welcome, man. Dan, thank you for the stream today. Can we get some nice chat saying the AC temperature for 69? I wonder... Wait, okay, we're gonna... Okay. I wonder what 69F actually is in Celsius. 69F2C. Oh, I didn't set it to 69, I'm sorry. I set it to the equivalent of in America. I guess it'd be like 63. Yeah, I set it to 62. No, 63 Fahrenheit. I get, yeah, 63. 62 and a half, maybe. Something like that. Dang, that's some real lag. Minecraft is still updating everything, even though it was released in 2009. What's the scoop on the Let's Play world, said Abid Islam? Yeah, I'm genuinely so excited. Because I spent 2 years now trying to get the Let's Play world, you know, out to Marketplace so that people can download it, regardless where they are. We now have a breakthrough. This world right here, the one you're looking at, it's finally gonna be available on the Marketplace. Like I'm really hyped about that. The only questions we have now are like, you know, how to put it out there. Like, for instance, there's a skin I want to include, but it's me as a dictator, so I don't know if that's like okay. But like, you know, like it's just like packaging details. I don't know how if Minecraft has a category for survival maps. Like, it's just my survival world. Like, is that a thing that they're gonna be down with? I don't know if it's a thing they sell anywhere. So we've got lots of questions we have to like answer. But besides those questions, because you know, questions are just, you know, questions are fun. Who doesn't love questions? Questions are just like answers without the fun bit. But yeah, it's like happening like in the next 3-4 weeks. Because I'm also like, we're still going through the process of the ultra hard survival maps. It's still happening. But yeah, my arms hurt so bad right now. I can't even describe the pain. They're just like, just right now they start like killing. And it's interesting because when you go through a lot of pain, it's really tempting to like, just like immediately counter it, right? It's really, really I wouldn't say it's even just tempting. It's like, it is the natural instinct. It's weird to not be like, oh, I hurt, let's stop that. We've been here before, it seems. I didn't light it up, but I was in here. I guess it's going to link into that tunnel that I was previously in. Oh, back into the ravine. Oh, a different ravine. Oh yeah, more iron. I love how much iron I just left around previously. Because I thought to myself I would never need more iron after I got a certain number. And then I started needing more iron. And that seemed like a really dumb thing to say. So, I'd say I learned a lesson, but I didn't honestly learn anything. So how's the adventure map going? Says Andrew James. Hey, thank you, by the way, a heretic. Are you a virgin? That is my favourite... I know what you're actually asking there, so... I am, in fact, a Virgin Flying Club member. It's one of my favourite loyalty schemes, because I like to fly a Virgin a lot. So I am a member of the Virgin Club. And I'm glad you could ask me so I can get that one out there in the wild. I know there's a lot of speculation. Some people say I fly more with British Airways, perhaps, their biggest competitor. But I am, in fact, a big Virgin... I'm a big believer in the Virgin Airways. You know, that joke is lost on anyone who doesn't know that there's the UK Airlines. Not going to go over anyway, though. Talk about bouldering, says Nick King. I like bouldering a lot because it's like... I like it because it's like it's a hobby, it's like a puzzle solving that happens to be a workout. And personally, I think that's so much better because I've said before about the terrors of... Like, I find it genuinely terrifying, the idea of doing a bunch of work just to undo that work. I think I mentioned it in relation to a gold farm, like, having to destroy a build I previously made breaks my heart. It's like, no, I'm not going to. I won't do that to myself. But on the other hand of things, conversely, perhaps we could say, is this my last shulker box here? Oh, we put up the last shulker box. We've got one more spot left in it, and then we have to go home and refuel. Which I guess we have to do now, effectively, anyway. What happened here, by the way? But, I really like it, but I find it hard to like... I think there are some subjects where it's not fun to talk about, like, things that make yourself better. People don't relate to that, because it's like, everyone talks about their best bits of life. I have to go, it's been a pleasure watching. Thank you, just for comments. People don't like the parts of your life that are most interesting to you. I think, like, people hear enough about, like, oh, I just went to the gym today. It was a real sick gym session. Because when people go to the gym, it's incredibly boring. You need to make it, you know, you're like, having your life be, like, interesting enough to talk about, it's important to us. Because, you know, if something you're doing isn't important enough for even you to, if it doesn't seem important to other people, why are you wasting your time on it, is a valid question you might have. Okay, let's throw the stone in there, let's throw the gravel in there, throw the stone in there as well. And now the granite, and then we're good to go. I don't want to take any of these resources for granite. Just build an iron farm, dude, says XX Source, good X nay. Oh, you wanna bet that that's a good idea? I don't want to. Your gold farm actually works in this update now, says Tartarus Fire. Are you sure about that, Tartarus Fire? You're giving me hope, but I don't want to believe it. You know, so you should find out. Like, are there does it in fact work? Can someone test that? I guess only Deshi has a couple. Found out say my dog needs surgery that'll leave him completely deaf. Can I get some love sent to Dizzy? On the one hand, sad. On the other hand, I'm going to argue in favor of your dog going deaf here. No, I'm not going to do that. See, look at me, being real great. Make a manual farm when you kill them by hand. That's a fun idea, actually. I might do something dumb like that. No, I think we'll... Honestly, okay, how much iron have we got now? We've got, like, 4 stacks, right? That's pretty good. Let's put this away somewhere in, like, a shulker box. And let's also take all the stone and put that somewhere away. And let's also... Okay, put that torch down there. Grab some more torches, question mark. Now we'll be fine. Let's just go to the other side of the world. Have you tried AFKing at your gold farms as MJ? I haven't, actually. Should I go do that now? You know what? Who's going to stop me? Who's gonna stop me? No one's gonna stop me, too. I mean, I guess someone could stop me. What's that knocking sound? Just kidding, says Debbie JK. So I think what it was, because a lot of people were saying it, and I didn't believe it, but like enough people I trusted said that they heard it too. So I was like, you know, maybe there's something to this. But yeah, no, thank you. I'm sorry, Dizzy. Dizzy the dog. I think that's fine. Have you ever solved a Rubik's Cube? I solved one side of it, and then I couldn't work out how to solve the rest. Because the Rubik's Cube came with a guide on how to solve it, but like it didn't help me. It didn't help me, which was a problem, because that's the whole reason I made a thing. So let's throw the iron ore in like a big chest, because we usually have one of these. Ah, there we go, perfect. So we'll throw the iron ore in with this, because if we have 1,000, it should be 15 stacks of 64, right? So we have enough for 12 stacks. You know, when we get to that point, we'll get to that point. Actually, wait, no, let's just... We need a different chest for iron ore. Let's use this one. Yeah, if we just, like, move all of this to the side. Move the thing in there. Put some lapis in here, too. Why not, you know? Then all of a sudden, we've got enough space for 15 stacks of 64. Which is, if I'm not mistaken, 15 times 60 would be 900, so 15 times 4... Yeah, 960 would be just under the limit. And if we then take the flint out, because, like, is that really so necessary? Now we've got the space we need for 1,000 iron. Perfect. It's easy to solve 3x3x3. Try harder ones. You know, I know you're trying to be nice, but it's the least useful thing in the world to be like, oh, did you know the thing that you just said you couldn't do is actually really easy? Try doing a harder one. It's like, well, that's... I know that I know what you're trying to say is like, I'm proud, I can do this, like it's a thing I can do. Be impressed with me, you know, Daddy Toy Cat. But it's also like, well, that's not... It's also not very... It's not hugely useful to literally anyone else. But you know, good on you. Good on you. You did a thing. People should be proud of you. You know, more people should be proud of you in real life, so you don't have to go on the internet to get that proudness. That'd be nice. Okay, so let's get the last of the cobblestone out and put it in this chest. Okay, that's a cobblestone chest. My gravel chest is 100% full, and it's kind of tragic, right? Like, oh my god, how did I end up with so much of this stuff? But I try not to think about it. Throw the dirt in here. Yep, that's one shulker box emptied. Oh, we gotta also put these things away. Which I also have because I went mining so many times and I haven't used this stuff, I just have, like, a lot of it. It's a problem. I'm sorry, what was that? A Daddy Toy Cat? I didn't say Daddy Toy Cat. You must be imagining that, friends. You know, I know you all see me as a father figure, but you can't just be calling me that. Just because you really want to. Actually, I guess really wanting to do something is the best reason to do something. Like, the worst reason to do something is because you're just kind of bored and going along with it. You know how, one of the interesting things about teaching, like, have you ever heard the phrase, I do not know that which I do not know? I think it's that. It's I do not think I know. I do not think I know that which I do not know. It's like, it's a really simple phrase that it's like, it's from ancient Greece if you don't know. You don't need to know that, but just as a fun fact. Oh, look, we can't give fun facts. That's a thing. But it's not actually true, because we think we know all sorts of things we don't know. Because not having knowledge, people use against you all the time. Like, again, you know, I mentioned the, like, ugh, educate yourself. I can't believe you don't have the knowledge that I have, and I'm not going to give it to you because you don't deserve it. Which, you know, giving people knowledge that you have is an important way to spread the benefits of that knowledge, but ignoring that, leave that to the side. Take the coal out of there, put it in here. Oh yeah, look at that. Coal slowly coming together too. Take the 2 stacks of 64 coal and do something with that, I'm not even sure. And look at that, we got 2 free chests again. See, I'm gonna spend some time over the thing. The word daddy's begun to lose its association with one father's in my mind. I'd agree, that's in my mind too. That's in my mind too. I want to do an awful wink, but again, that would be adult themes, so I shall not do an awful wink. But I'd like you to imagine that I did. I'd like to feel very uncomfortable right now. That's what I want from a Yule. Okay, let's throw oh god. This is not wet. It's interesting, some of my chests in my world are very bizarrely set up. But let's just put this coal in my shulker box thing. Just so we have a thing for that. Oh, look at all the coal we're slowly collecting. I don't know what we can do with coal besides make coal blocks. Like, or use it like charcoal and make torches. Sorting storage is boring and tedious, but with all the things that tend to be gone in the category, once you're done, there's a feeling of accomplishment thing. Just like getting housework done. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Like, it sucks to do, but once you've done it, it's like, oh, it's finally done. We're done with this now. It can't hurt me anymore. And there's something nice about that. Okay, so let's leave that, and let's get out of here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go AFK for like, not even AFK, we're just going to leave for like 5 minutes. We had like a few people be like, oh yeah, your gold farm should totally work. It doesn't, but, you know, again, I'm not going to be 100% sure of that until I go down here and we see the results. So up through here. My bed is in the center of this thing, which is kind of fun. I've got 2 gold nuggets around here, so you can see I'm very serious about this. And yeah, let's go to sleep. I actually think it's kind of cool having a bed surrounded by ice, because no mobs can spawn here. Something you don't think about the benefits of very often. And now I'm going to stand right below all these portals, and we wait. Oh yeah. Let's do some exercise with my dying arms. Oh. Any updates can get in the world downloadable, says Ben F. Oh, if you just joined the stream and you missed the updates, yeah, it's going to be downloadable in a very short amount of time. We did the process. It's happening now. It's great. It should be 2 to 3 weeks now. Like, you know, Microsoft's process time. But yeah, look at that. Did you see how nothing spawned? Did you see how we have this many nether portals? And none of them... Oh, okay, never mind. They die instantly now, though. But that's cool. Okay, so we got a gold nugget. How long do we have to wait for another one? Wow, 2 gold nuggets, such rich. I know, Human 69. It's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff. So, given that we're entirely safe here, I can go get a... You're too close. Yeah, that's probably true. I probably have to go hide in the corner over here. Get my 64 block minimum or whatever it is. Okay. Oh, it is. There are, in fact, pigmen that are dropping stuff. It's not automatic, though, because I'd have to pick it up. Oh, look, yeah, they're... Okay. So some of them are dropping to their death and some of them aren't. And in either case... Oh, yeah, and we want to kill them with a sword because we get looting anyway. So we let them drop and then we kill them. Gold is just iron with more protons. Exactly, right? So yeah, chat, you might make fun of me, but look at these gold nuggets now. Oh yeah, I am doing so well. So the gold farm technically works, but also not really. But also, like, sort of. I wouldn't say too useful. I still remember when you were building this, though. It was a big doing. It was a big doing. You don't like making farms, do you? I don't like that the way people see farms is there is one way to make one. Like, again, if I make an iron farm, ever, it won't be a standard design. It'll probably suck as a result. But, like, you can't say I don't like making farms. I definitely like making farms, right? It's just I don't like following people. When people tell me to do something, I like not doing the thing they tell me to do. That's my kind of stake. Will you update your map when you update it? Says Lucky Developer 00. Yeah, the plan is every few months, like every 6 or 12 months, we're going to update the map. And that way people have a download. You know, it's like a cool way I want to use the store. It's because you need to stay underwater for several minutes at a time. Since when do mobs not spawn on ice, says Cassie Kaiser. It's because it's a transparent block. It's a very cool thing to see in practice, right? It's a very cool little thing. Don't make an iron farm, says Minion7345. You think I won't make an iron farm? Oh, I'm gonna prove you so wrong. I'm gonna make the best iron farm. I'm just kidding. You like manual farms? I don't know if I like manual farms. It's just there's a certain type of automatic farm. I dislike complex farms. I think every Minecraft farm should be simple. I don't think it should be a hugely complex draining task to build them. I think it should be like, oh yeah, you want the thing? This is how it spawns. This is how you can trap it. This is an efficient way to do that. If you have the resources, here's a slightly more efficient way. Whereas, again, if you maybe look at certain farms that are out there, they don't admit that. Oh, it's a baby pig. I can't even kill it for meat. How sad. So, how much would it cost, says Ebsk? I think the price is, 490 mine coins, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. Quote me on that. Yeah, screw it. It just might be wrong. When I buy your world, I'm going to walk your million block never path. So here's the thing about that McDonald's town. The only way we can get the world on the store is to remove the million block never path. That is a key. Like, you'll only go out for a few things. So cat has ODD 100%, so sexy dog, my man yeet. I tried to get diagnosed with ADD once, ADHD. I tried to get diagnosed with the one where they give you the pills that make you do stuff, like, really effectively. Like, it's just like, it sounds like it's just cocaine, but with fewer side effects. But I did try to get diagnosed with it, and the doctor just went, I don't know how to diagnose people with that. Don't even know where I begin. I'll refer you to someone, I guess. And then they just didn't. Like, it was a fun interaction. I like my farms. I like my software. It's simple and minimal. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I think it might be 490 mine coins, says Human69. Yeah, but like, I totally agree. Like, everything should be simple. You should be able to look at it and understand its parts. And be able to be like, oh yeah, I can make that if I want to. I love that most of the things that I build, you can look at and be like, yeah, this is how I'd build it myself. Like, there's a certain simplicity. Like, some people, overcomplicating things is great. And it's fun when you make an exclusive club of people who can do a thing that you're a part of. But it's also just not particularly useful. You know, like, again, I think, I have this big opinion that information should be... Oh god, what's happening here? Okay, so we're making a shape that looks like this. Okay, that's easy enough to do. Let's remove that. And then we remove... Oh, Lord. How did that even happen? Okay, it's fine. We just block that off. Pretend that's not. I have to go, but have a good rest of your day, says Alaxia. Hey, thank you, Alaxia. Really appreciate the tip. Something I was testing, like, the whole reason I decided to make one of these live streams that's, like, longer than normal is because I was mildly curious, like, oh, what happened? Oh, the water wiped out all the torches. Ugh. How annoying. That's the problem with putting torches on the ground. They get destroyed a lot easier. But, okay, the asymmetry of the staircase is really annoying me. I don't see what you mean. I don't know what asymmetry you refer to there, friend. I see no asymmetry. I see just enjoyment. Would we be able to get achievements when you download the map? I hope so. I don't see any reason why you couldn't. But there might be a requirement. Again, I haven't seen any map not have it yet. To have your achievements disabled when you put a map on the store. And I'd understand why that was if they had that requirement. Like, I really hope they don't. But I guess I'd get it. I'd be like, well, that makes some sense, huh? So this is going to destroy my entire thing again. Unless... Okay, wait. Unless I do... Okay, it didn't get rid of it in time. Now it goes down and it slowly floods. It's so frustrating. Just like, oh... Why is water like this? Why does it be this way? And then it drains to the side. Which is why this is a superior staircase design if you want to avoid water. As you can see, no issues whatsoever happening there. Oh, that staircase hurts my brain, says Ice Maiden. Yeah, I like a nice staircase. I like a good staircase that kind of just goes in and out semi-randomly too. So now this, we want to start removing more and more blocks until we get to the top. And there we go, we're great. Make the staircase bigger and put stairs on it? Nah. I'll just leave it as a weird hole in the ground. I think it looks best as a random weird hole in the ground that just happens to take you down. Yeah, I think this is perfection. You can't improve on perfection, right? That's what people are always saying, incorrectly, because you can improve on perfection, but that's a discussion for another day. So we move this to the right so it lines up a bit more. And then we remove a layer over here. So that is the back layer, and that we can remove this layer. And so we can remove this layer. And get back to this. Is this iron mining, you say? I would argue it's not, but that's fine. When will the Q&A video come out, says Xerio? I was thinking of getting back into doing Q&A Saturdays, actually. Like, I'm gonna have some, like, a lot of time where I can do audio videos, but not video videos. And I figured, like, one of the classics is, like, Q&A Saturday, right? So, I was thinking of bringing Q&A Saturday back for a bit. Because so many people always ask, like, where is it? I miss it. I remember listening to these. And Toycat trying to mine iron the same way I do homework, doing anything but. That's the way I do everything in life. Like, oh no, I've got this email I need to respond to. Like, it's a really important deal that I'm just not enthusiastic about. So I'm just not. Like, one of the real luxuries of being your own boss, that is also like a curse, I guess, is I just get to the side, like, I'm not gonna deal with that. I'm just gonna push that to the side, and if it's important enough, it'll come back to me. You know, if it was so important, I would know about it already. Like, this is one of the dumbest things to hate, but I hate emails so much, because one of the worst things about emails is once you finally get through them, you finally respond to your emails, you finally get through. It's like, you finally get to the bottom of it, and you're like, oh, because I responded to all those people are just going to respond to me now, and then I'll get more emails. You can never deal with your email problem. Your email problem just multiplies. It just gets worse, you know. And the only way to really deal with it forever is to just not have an email address. Which is honestly, like, I've always felt that, like, why do we need to be contactable by email? Like, again, that's the whole thing of, like, if it's really important, it makes its way to you. There's a lot of forms of communication that exist. Well, you know, I used to hear about people delete their Facebook and, you know, and be like, oh yeah, if someone's, you know, if it's really important, someone can contact me. And I used to think, like, oh yeah, that's kind of dumb because most people don't care enough. And it's like, oh, but that's actually a good thing. Sorting out people who don't care enough to find another way to contact you is a great tool. Like, we always think that we need to, again, I think there are situations where every opportunity is very important. And of course, you should be looking for those opportunities where you can. Okay, so if we mine another one of those blocks that way, then the new center would be... No, wait, we need to do it on this side, right? We're very close to being... Oh no, I think we have done it. We finally got this to line up perfectly with this. It's just it's like up a block now. So we remove these blocks right here, and now the little staircase makes sense. We did it. We did it. It's great. It might be dark and raining, but I'm gonna walk backwards because that is safe. There is no issue of doing that. It's better than taking calls from people. That's true. Calls are the worst. Me ignoring all the calls I'm getting from my workplace, injury insurance people right now. Like, the coolest thing is when someone like wants to get, I don't know, like, there are situations where people are just like vaguely interested in, like, oh yeah, I guess I have to. You know, like, one of the luxuries maybe in having friends or something like that is like, oh yeah, you don't need to worry about random strangers messaging you because you got your friend quotient sorted already. Like, you don't need more friends. Who needs more friends? Like, that's plenty, you know. Free friends is enough for a lifetime for me. You ever hear about people who genuinely think that they have like 20 friends, and you're like, ah, you either don't know what the word friend means, or you're a very bad friend. Not sure which it is, but it's cute to see you you think that you have 15 genuine friends. Toycat, do you have an active realm? No, I'm trying to set one up right now. But I've got to set up some like anti-hacking command blocks or something first. Oh, my arms, they're so weak. They're so weak. It hurts. Amazing Toycat wearing his tux again. I like to be very formal for these live streams. Cataclysm. Okay, look at this. Look how nice this is. Oh yeah, that's real good there. I think there's got to be a better way to... I guess we'll just dig down through this like a layer at a time. So first of all, we'll make this line up. I just want to make a really nice staircase today. I've decided, you know what is everything else I'm trying to do? Everything else I'm trying to do, it's a distraction from making a very nice staircase. So let's get to the real task. Let's get to the real bottom of all of this. And let's make that real nice staircase. So this is now perfectly balanced on both sides. So now I just have to move it down a layer every single time. So we remove all the blocks on this layer. Very simple. Very easy. And then we remove all the blocks on this layer. Also very simple. Also very easy. And then eventually we'll make our way to the bottom. And we'll also pick up a bunch of stone along the way. How long did it take you to come up with the name? IBX Toycat says Tofa V. That's a good question. Some amount of time. I hope that answers your question. I hate this staircase, this Just Gamer. What's that? You want me to work more on the staircase? You know, I guess I've got to do my best to fulfill your wants there. I guess I'm gonna have to keep on working on it. That's the only way I see to make this situation happy. Okay, is that good? No, those also need to be gone. Okay, we're back to good now. Let's go down another layer. And we can just keep on going down until we get to where we gotta be. Bit news Bedrock, but what's the current hacking / modding situation? In what sense? Like, do you want to hack? Do you want to mod? Or are you worried about being hacked / modded with gone? You need to replace the dirt with stone, says Chantal Exley. Oh, that might be a fun idea, actually, yeah. I kind of like that it fades in from dirt to stone. But maybe it would be better if we didn't have it be the ugly mess that it is right now. At the very least, we need to remove these blocks up until there. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, okay, that's... Well, there go all of my torches again. Wait, wait, we can stop this, we can stop this. No, you don't. No, you don't. No. We only lost one torch. That is such a stupid thing. Like, I hate Minecraft water mechanics sometimes. Because, you know, honestly, haven't you ever thought about this? Wouldn't Minecraft be so much better if water actually functioned like it does in the real world? Because then you'd make aqueducts and you'd make, like, water transport. It'd be great. This is totally how I play. I start one task and I get sidetracked, thus leaving multiple endeavors all on my map not completed. You know, wow, I would never get sidetracked and leave things in my world not completed. That would be crazy. Yeah, I never, that never happens to me, Mukbella. I have no idea what you're talking about. I never get sidetracked. I'm always doing the right thing. Like, we spent all this time mining 1,000 iron today. I don't remember doing anything else. We started mining the iron, and then we got there. There were no breaks in between. Yeah, I think you're right that we have to replace the dirt with stone here. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. You know, let's go ahead and do it. We got a bunch of stone that we just picked up. So let's destroy all these little blocks. Place a little torch there now because we've got a little hole in the ground, and then let's replace them with some stone. Easy stuff. Okay, maybe not replace that with stone. So touch this away. Then we gotta remove this one too. We'll see if the end result is good though, because I think it might be. I think it should be, in fact. Okay, we're good. Now we remove a whole, place all the levels back. Remove the whole next layer and get even more grass blocks. It's also the easiest way to make a beacon, says Magical Onion Fairy. I would argue emeralds are easier to farm than iron is. Like, you can scale up a emerald farm better than you can scale up scale up an emerald farm better than an iron farm. Hey, thank you, Jake. Hey, I'm new to the channel. What are your views on tipping in restaurants? I don't know if that's a troll, but guess what? I'm biting the bait. I am taking the bait. I am responding to a question about tipping in the US. No, I think it's a really good idea in principle. Like, I think paying more for things that you like more is a really cool concept that isn't utilized enough, because it means the economic incentive is to make you like something. I think every single purchase that we should make in the world, if possible, should be voluntary, and we should feel like it is voluntary, and we should be excited that we're making it. People aren't excited when they pay their rent. They're not excited. Oh god, this is really off. Oh, I don't like this at all. Yeah, this is like way shorter on one side than the other. So I guess we basically have to move some blocks here now. Even though I like the idea a lot in principle, the practice is that, like, oh yeah, people it's assumed that people make a lot of money from tips, and therefore people are paid very little as a result. And you know, like pretty much any good system, after a few generations, I think the problem with any form of unexpected expected income, you kill a lot of cats at the iron farms. Why not just make a string farm that happens to give you iron? You know, that right there is a very fun idea. You know, that right there. That's something I'm genuinely considering. Survive only underground, but with netherite tools and make a base. Sometimes, please. It's pretty cool. Thank you for the idea, Oliver. Okay, is this closer to equal now? Oh, it's still not really. We're just gonna have to, like, remove a lot of these blocks, too. Just to keep this whole thing staying somewhat even. And there we go. Look how nice this is. Then we make this, like, kind of scale, like, you know, like, kind of gradually phase in. And it'll be great. Hey, thank you to Cat's Gaming. It was a troll, please stop. Cats hate water. You know what? Tip me to not talk about a particular thing. Wouldn't that be way more fun? A toy cat farm. Okay, look at this. Look at what we've done. We made a staircase that goes all the way down. I think it's real nice. Toy cat, what airline company do you fly with? Says India Free Forever. Usually whichever one is cheapest for a particular flight. But if I have the option within America, it's like Delta, I'd say. Or no, Southwest in America. Intercontinentally, I like British Airways a lot because you can like, you know, I like airline food, and you can choose to like spend like a tenner to make your airline food great, which is cool in my opinion. Okay, wait, we're gonna get back to this. We're gonna start mining iron again. I was like, what are we gonna do now? We finished that. No, we go back to it. It's gonna be fine. Also, I agree, Marcel Entertainment. The stereotype that you make a lot of money from tips ruin the basic income that a waiter gets. But if you're a good waiter, and by that I mean if you work in an expensive place and people like you, you can probably still make a lot of money from waiting, right? That'd be my guess. I don't know for sure though, because I'm not a waiter in all the different parts of the world. Okay, so let's go back down these caves and let's. Oh wait, no. Okay, okay, we're going out back to the surface. I've done this too many times now, but this time I have my logic locked down. I'm gonna go find a different cave that I want to fill up, and I'm gonna get some torches done as I do it. This was very inefficient what I just did right here, so we'll just fly out. It'll be great. There we go. Idage changed the staircase into iron blocks using the iron you mined today. Spam this in chat, so Toycat does it, says Agnes the human. You know, spamming things in chat doesn't make me do things. I'm not like, oh, I wasn't going to do it, and then loads of people said it a bunch of times, and now I guess I have to do it. You know, right? Like, imagine if that was the way I did things, then that would be democracy, and we all know I hate democracy. That's not my system of choice. So yeah, we're gonna try and find the caves that are down here. Here it is. This is the big one. Actually, here's a fun fact. I covered this entire cave in torches, and then I died from like phantoms or something, so I just like undid all the work. It was dumb. Because I went AFK because I had to, because a big emergency happened in real life, so I had to like leave the system. It was a whole thing, you know. Let's talk about it sometime. Literally sitting at work playing this was playing Minecraft, but I got busy and now I'm just vibing, says Paige Hero. Hey, that's awesome. I really love using Minecraft stuff, using audio stuff while you play Minecraft. It's such a fun little feeling, right? That's what petitions are, says ghouls are cool. You know that there's no obligation to listen to a petition though, right? Like, I can petition EA to change their name to eating funny word that would start with an A. You know the word. But it's not like they have to be like, oh, 1,000 people signed this petition. Guess we have to do it. Like, there are so many dumb petitions out there that people sign because, like, oh yeah, it's a nice headline. Which is maybe dangerous for the world, we could say. Will you add an iron emote in chat after the stream? You know, based on the fact that because people have asked me to make an iron farm, I've done this. Do you think I'm the sort of person who'd make a iron emote after a thing? So chat, I've got a fun idea that I came up with myself, 100% just now, and I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. You know how I did like forever ago, the livestream chat builds a road. I was surprised at how engaged people were by that. What if we did like live stream chat builds, you know, like a biome? What if they had what if we had access to like every block, like all the tree types, all everything like that, and we built a oh, there is a guardian above me. I guess that's why I found it hard to go down here and mine. Oh, that's why I didn't mine the iron before, I bet. Because yeah, I can't mine it. Even with like an efficiency 4 pickaxe, it takes this long to mine iron. That's fun. You know, let's do it for fun. This is great. Making a stand for eating Star SS, a nice petition. But like, so like every like, you know, any tip of like $5 or $3 or whatever, it could be like, oh yeah, you can place your oh no, we stopped destroying the block. You came up with this all on your own. Wow, good job. I know. Some call me a savant, some call me a genius. Some just call me the guy who came up with that one idea all by himself. I remember you were there actually, Chantal. You were there when I came up with the idea. I was like, oh yeah, I should do this thing, and you're like, yeah, that's a really good idea. I think you said you were gonna claim credit for it one day, which I thought was messed up. I thought you were joking, but you are going hard on this now. Wow, I can't believe you'd try and claim it was your idea, despite clearly not being the case. But you know, it's all good because I value this anyway. Okay, we're gonna keep torching up the ground as we go into weird caves. Yeah, I guess we can't use this cave system because solely for the fact that it is filled with this stuff. Our boy needs some milk. What is milk? You know, I'm not going to ask. No, you don't ask questions like that on the internet. You never ask questions on the internet. Questions on the internet get you in bad places. You should do one of those live streams. Chooses what you stream, says Zombie Mando. It's a really fun idea, like, using live stream chat to work out where I should go or whatever else. But I thought the concept, like, was really lacking. Like, I didn't find it that fun to do. Like, a few people have said they went back and watched the stream since and they liked it, but I don't know. Toycat doesn't have an iron farm, so he's automatically trash at Minecraft. See, exactly right. There are genuinely people who have that opinion there, where they're like, oh yeah, you have to play Minecraft the way I do. Can't believe that you'd play the creative block-based game all by yourself. But yeah, no, I had this really great idea all by myself earlier, like no intervention, that we could like build a biome, and like people could like tip to like put a block somewhere, and I thought that'd be really fun personally. I thought that'd be really fun. So Toycat, just bring milk with you through the cave. Yeah, but the problem is it used to be you could milk away the guardian effect, but it does it like every 10 seconds or something. Like the polling rate on it is really high. So you basically can't do that effectively. Which is sad if you ask me, but you know, there's lots of things that are sad if you ask me. Like, you ever watch, it's called like Eruption. It's like a Pixar short. It plays before Inside Out. Very sad. Very sad. Would not recommend if you like being happy. Or maybe it's like a good type of happy. Also, yeah, we have mining fatigue for the next forever now. It's a real problem. You should make lanterns using the iron you're getting to light up caves. Oh, I like that. What's that noise in the background? It says, what's the background noise? Oh, that's my air conditioning. It got really hot, so I turned it on. I hope that's okay. You're building your sandcastles the wrong way in your sandbox game. How dare you? But, again, these are genuine opinions that people have. I don't entirely get it. Like, I want to get it, but I don't get it. And that's sad. But you know what? There's lots of things that people don't get that are sad. Also, we only got 23 iron in the last, like, hour or so. So that's nice. We're doing really nicely today, huh? But, lava. Oh, the title of the show is Lava, by the way. Because it's like, oh, I lava you, and you lava me, and together we love each other to death or something. It's not okay to use your URE air conditioner, says Levi Johnson. Well, if Levi Johnson says it's not okay, then you know what can I do now? I guess I'm out of options. Guess we're just gonna have to turn it off now. I'm sorry, Levi Johnson. I hate to offend you, Levi. I really apologize for that. The noise will stop right now. and I'll be hot instead, because at least I won't be hurting Levi Johnson's feelings. That's what's important here. Like, if you really think about it, the whole point of Minecraft is actually not to hurt Levi Johnson. I don't know what I'm even doing here. It's like, have you thought of making a farm that automatically mines itself? I've heard you can, again, using like redstone machines, you can do a surprising amount of dumb stuff like that. And I have considered it, but you know, I've considered not being alive anymore. And that was an equally bad idea, you know? So, do consider it that way. What's up with the British accent hating consonants at the end of words? I don't know entirely. Water. Yeah, you're right. Water. There's a lot of very bizarre... I think it's, because of the age of the accent, like, by default over time, accents get lazier. Like, oh yeah, who can be bothered to go through all the effort of saying water, you know, like banana or whatever, when you can just say banana. You know, like you leave it you leave it short, you leave it sweet. It's a very interesting thing to see, right? It's totally okay to use your AC, says Trinidad Izaguirre. I'm so confused. Is it an okay thing to do or is it not, you know? I just don't understand. Can I see the air conditioner, says LG Pyro. I wish I had a decent camera setup so I can actually show you stuff. Because if I try and show you now, you'll see my Minecraft Bible. Wait, okay, do you wanna see my room? I don't know if this will work because my green screen filter will really mess this up. I'm just gonna confirm I don't have like important tax documents lying around. You know, I've only got the Bible for Minecraft, so don't look at my Bible, friends. Don't look at my Bible. Promise me you won't. I know you want to look at my Bible, but you've got to promise that no matter how much you won't look over there. Okay, so over. Oh my! This webcam is really locked down. Over. Oh lord, it's so weird that you can see my room just vanish where the green screen is. Oh, that's weird. It's very weird. You can see over there. That's my chair. That's my curtains, and that is my AC unit over there. Do you see it? It's nice. This is my mic stand right here. This is my light. If I show you it, it's gonna be very bright. That's why my face looks so white, maybe. And then if you look down there, that's the AC unit. There you go, friend. Hope you enjoyed your look behind the scenes. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Yeah, you're not immune from that now, are you? Rotate banana. This is fun. Can you show us how to make an iron farm? I'm running low on iron, says Big Shack. The trick, okay, first step to making an iron farm is to not. Second step in making an iron farm is to, you know, Google how to make an iron farm. Third step in making an iron farm, you know, there is no step for it. There are only 2 steps. Nice blue color walls. Would you believe it? I colored this room blue. Wait, just show you that again. I colored this room blue because of the deliberate idea. Wait, do you want to see something? Oh, yeah, you like this? Oh yeah. I colored this room blue with the deliberate intent of using that blue wall as a green screen. But because of that light spot right there, like, this isn't paint, this is like the way the lighting in my room just inherently works. I could never use it because it's too glossy a paint. It like reflects light too well or something like that. And so, yeah. Isn't that cool? Isn't that fun? Don't you love that? Don't you love how there's just a bit of blue hanging above my head? Also, it's slightly uneven, right? Is it uneven? It looks uneven. Is it my webcam that's uneven, maybe? I'm not even sure. Put a candle on it. Oh, that's an old school reference, Chantal. That is an old school reference. I burnt my nose hair last time I did that, so I think that's a terrible idea. Let's get back down to the iron. You know, I said I'd mine iron today, and I intend to stick to my words for at least a few minutes. Okay, let's go to the iron mine. So this is a very old iron mine. It's very, very, very old. We'll just pick a direction, and we'll just start mining, I guess. What could go wrong with that? Actually, let's just start mining down one of these branches. One of the ones that doesn't go anywhere yet. Like, let's just... Okay, that definitely ends in a dead end. This one right here. Let's just start mining. And let's just not stop mining. Let's just keep on going till we can't keep on going, you know? Or maybe we should go this way. Yeah, I guess we should go this way. Through one of these. Okay, so I'm so lost. What have I done with my world here? Things are confusing sometimes, okay? Okay, there's a bunch of... I just want to get, like, back to where the branch mines are. Okay, here's a branch mine. Look at this. This is nice. So, no, this is not a branch mine. What is my mining system right here? Why are there caves that just, like, link into each other in super weird ways? That is so annoying, says, Mr. Baseman. Is it really so annoying? Or does it make you realize that I'm real? I'm a real person, and therefore you have to think about that. And maybe you don't like thinking about that, you know? Maybe the world's easier when you're not thinking about the real humans on the other side of the internet. But that doesn't mean that they're not real. It just means you don't see them. So yeah, let's just go mining with Silk Touch. We could not use Silk Touch, so we could smelt it up. Might even be cheaper to do so. But we're not going to do so. Keep on mining, keep on mining, keep on mining. How old is your world, says Super Creeper 2. Oh, man, yeah, I've answered that one before. Actually, not, yeah. Actually, I'm going to do the thing where, like, a lot of people have just joined since I last mentioned it. But, yeah, really exciting announcement is this week. We found diamonds. Exciting. We finally got to the stage where, like, the Let's Play world is going to be able to be put on the store. So, I've done, like, a few last changes to make it, like, more palatable to someone who's just joined the world. And then we'll be able to put it out on the marketplace finally, which is cool because people have wanted to download it on their consoles and stuff forever, and you can't download things on the console without access to the marketplace. So we've got that set up. It's really great. Like, I've got my own, like, marketplace thing now. Also, look at all this iron. Oh my god, what is the size of this vein of iron? Do you see this? This is a... Oh my god. Look at this iron vein, by the way. This is more than several, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was not 7. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 blocks of iron. What a treat. What a delight. You're not real, you're a YouTuber. Imagine finding diamonds before iron. That's the funny thing. Whenever you're looking for something specific, it feels easier to find that thing than to find other things. And it's not entirely wrong, I guess, that will happen. But it is kind of funny. How much are you going to be selling your world for, though? Again, I think the only thing I know is it's, like, officially speaking on your end, they just tell you what you will make on it. And then you're not allowed to tell people what you will make on it. But I think it's, like, 490 mine coins. Don't quote me on that. Because I see so few maps at 480 mine coins that I assume it must not be common. But yeah, it's going to be a way that people... can indirectly support the channel while getting a download for a thing they want, you know? 27, there's one on the ground. You know what? I'm not going to go back for it. Yeah, you can't force me, internet. You think you control me? You don't control me. I'm in charge of what... Okay, yeah, it's 27. Oopsie. That's 3 blocks of iron ore right there that we could make as a result of just this. So, confirmation bias is a keener ding. Always possible. Confirmation bias is one of the most damaging biases we have as humans, I find. Like, we don't talk about it enough, but, like... Yeah, the reason... The scientific method is basically a thing that exists to avoid confirmation bias. But we don't apply the scientific method to our day-to-day lives. We just kind of feel them out as we go. Which sounds really great until you're making decisions like, oh yeah, I'm going to do things that just kind of sound right. It's sad how you could have built an iron farm at the time this stream, says Snow Penguin 2. You know, reactions like yours are the reason I'm doing this. That's like, oh yeah, I live on that. I feed off that sadness, that desire for me not to do this. Oh yeah, keep on giving me that. Because I enjoy that a lot, man. Does the UK have an equivalent of the penny, says McDonald's Town? Yeah, it's called the penny. Do you know what the wacky thing is about this? I have an American who lives in close proximity to me. And she had the same exact like question at one point. And it's like, it's called the penny, right? And you never think about why, because a penny just means 1 cent to you. But it's called a penny because it's 1 pence. A penny, a pence, you know, penny, you know. There's a logic there. Like, the fact that Americans call their cent the penny, and as opposed to the senny, I guess, the kenny. I don't know what I'd call it, but not a penny. That's the thing I find to be bizarre. Also, we keep going far enough, we're going to just keep ending up in that same lava pit. But that's fine. I'm okay with finding lava repeatedly. Because lava is good for you, some would say. Why not just make a raid farm and get you used iron nuggets, tools that you can smelt down into nuggets? That's also a fun idea. Yeah, people keep saying I'm missing things, but I'm not sure what they mean, really. I'm sure they're just entirely imagining it. So, we're gonna slide this a tiny bit further up. We're gonna get it like most of the way. So if someone joins, they're gonna be mildly annoyed by the strip of blue above my head. So okay, is the marketplace free or is it pricey? You can't release things for marketplace. You can't release things on the marketplace for free without explicit permission, which is a very interesting rule that I am not the one making. And that is very bizarre, right? I find it confusing. I thought Americans were smart. Yeah, I don't know what you I think like in reality, like I don't think it's a smart thing. Like you can say that like, oh, Americans are so dumb for not realizing it. It's totally just like a, you know, it doesn't come up in day-to-day life for an American, so they're like, oh yeah, I guess I never thought about it. But yeah, it's a whole thing. We're gonna go this way. You know, chat, you're saying I miss diamonds, but I assure you, that I don't know what you're talking about. I think you guys have gone a little crazy there, right? So what's the little strip of blue I just got here? The strip of blue is it gets bigger every time someone tips. Yeah, that's my logic. Give me your money and the blue will get bigger. That's my sales pitch now. You know, Toycat streams went from tip and you can support the stream to tip and the blue will get bigger. Why will the blue get bigger? Kind of feel like it, I guess. You know what? Let's go this way. Toycat, your tuxedo isn't on camera now. Okay, I can't slouch anymore. I gotta stand up the whole way. Oh wait, I think I missed. I remember missing some iron earlier. Oh yeah, you're right. We missed some iron. That's a key thing we gotta go back and get. Yeah, I'm really sorry, guys. I didn't mean to miss the iron there. That was a dumb thing to miss. Whew. Oh, this is fun. We'll pick up the diamonds. It's crazy how many diamonds we picked up compared to how much iron we've gone. Well, that's nice. Blue man stream. So, you missed the stone ore back there. Go back to the beginning. In Britain, you either overpronounce your T's or you leave them out entirely. See, you're right about that, but overpronouncing your T's should just be pronouncing them like water. You know? Ta, 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 ta. It's interesting because you can overpronounce every letter. Water. But then, like, yeah, you have to pick a letter to overpronounce, right? Like, to have an emphasis on. Like, water. 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 You know, like, for that word. I find the way Americans say water to be funny, like, water. I like some water with my drink. I don't know why I like it with my drink, and I don't know why I speak this way. But guess what? Toycat's doing an accent now, because that's where we ended up. I don't know why, but I just really like doing the southern accent. I feel like it offends people, and you know, maybe please make a video on Minecraft VR. Toycat is yes. I don't have a VR system. I was gonna get one, but my Valve Index pre-order thing finally just came through like a week before I'm leaving the country. Hey, thank you, Kelton. Also, wait, thank you very much, Kelton Carlisle. You know what we're gonna do for that? Oh yeah, you look at this. It gets a little bit smaller. Oh yeah. I mean bigger. I guess the blue gets bigger every time. Every tip, the live stream chat gets bigger. It's great. Okay, we're gonna get out of here. This is a very big branch mine. Honestly, the problem is I wish diamonds had a real use. Like, I'm mining so many of them. Like, so much diamond ore, and it's just like, oh yeah, guess I have diamonds now. Also, what are all these drowns doing here? What has happened? Why is there just a giant overdose of drowns? What a wacky thing. Bruh, we don't sound like that, says Wishless Kidding Cards. We don't sound like that, we don't. Over in America, we have very distinct accents, and I think it's very offensive when you group us all together using your southern drawl that you seem to be doing over there. And you know what? I think that's why I'm reading it out like that. I don't know why. Apparently, if I stream more than 3 hours, I just start to try and annoy people, which is a sign that maybe we should say this was a lot of fun. I don't know what we were doing here. This is for the blue wall. Also, you missed some stoner over there. Hey, thank you, Stephen Renfro. It's good to see you. You know what? Look at that. Oh, it gets slightly lower, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. You're liking that wall getting slightly more orange all the time? I like it a lot. Trade the diamonds with villagers to get emeralds, lol. Oh, man, that's one of the trades that hurts the most to look at, let alone to do. I can't imagine how much it hurts to just start doing that. Toy Cat, that's not American. Wait, Tie Cat, that's not American, says Destroy C-Mail. Well, you see, the thing about America you gotta understand is we don't all talk like this. The way we talk tends to vary a lot depending on our geographic region. And that's why you gotta understand that using an accent like that and calling it American is a real big problem. I'm glad I could educate you. As someone who lives in the northeast US, it is wrong, says Kenny McCormick. Wow, that's a really interesting point of view that you're trying to raise right there. Wow, I don't know. You offend me. I live somewhere in that country, says Mr. Fern413. Wow, I'm sorry for offending y'all, but the problem is that this shouldn't be too offensive. This is just how people talk, with a little bit of emphasis on a few wrong symbols, and then you got yourself a really great idea. That's closer to a 50s black southerner accent, says Tartarus Fire. I find that to be mighty racist of you to imply that only black people can speak with the I have the same AC as you, says. What a crazy coincidence. You know, the problem with when you put in like your own like custom name, by the way, you tipped, and therefore the blue gets bigger. Oh yeah, I like that. The problem with oh god. The problem with like when your name is like that, I don't know who you are. I want to develop a relationship with you, Mister Same AC as me person. Do I know you? Do I not? Have you just joined? You know, like you seem to know me, but I don't know you. You know, tell me your info. What's your social security number? Let's like connect. What's your mother's maiden name? Toy Cat, do a face reveal, says Frog. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna show you my real face. I'm a little embarrassed, so I hope you can all deal with the real me. But this is my face. I'm really embarrassed about it because, you know, sometimes you think that you know people, but then you don't really know people. And oh my god, my mouth is coming out from underneath this. Okay, that was funny. I hope you enjoyed. 10 out of 10. He's practicing for when he goes to America, says Molly Rogers. It's really funny to hear a British person doing an American accent since we all try to do British here. Lamau says, Amaya Fire. Is there something in your drink today, says Ezra Morgan? I wish there was. Like I said this before, but I'm trying to be relatively healthy. Because when I go to America, I know my diet's not going to be healthy. Like, again, it's one of those interesting things about free will, right? That even though you can choose what you put in your body, weight-wise, etc., like, you decide what to eat at any point in time. It's clear that society nudges you and influences you in certain ways. And one of the things that proves that to me is, like, in America, I eat more than I do in the UK. I'm the same person, but when I'm in America, I'm like, I need to eat so much more. Like, the portion sizes you get at a restaurant make you feel wasteful. Even if I eat half of a US restaurant portion size, that's more food than I want to eat, you know? So it's like, I've been trying to not drink. Because alcohol is such a big source of calories. They don't even taste good. You know, at least when you're eating a double cheeseburger, like, that's tasty, I think. I had a double cheeseburger early, by the way. It was delicious. I went to Five Guys. Oh, for the first time in a while. I missed it. When you speak in British English, you don't move your bottom mouth, says you died well. Well, you see, the thing about your opinion is it happens to be wrong because I am British and I am not British because I don't speak with my bottom mouth. Look, it's moving up and down repeatedly. I don't know where you got that stereotype from, but it's entirely wrong, fella. Fella, that's a good one. I like that word. I always take half home, especially if it's Mexican food or Italian. The problem with that though is like, okay, this is the dumbest thing I have, but can I share a McBella and everyone else? You know, actually, this is between me and you, McBella. If you're not me or McBella, please could you Also, blue rectangle is less than orange square, but it's still good. Hey, thank you, David Solomano. It's getting bigger. Every tip makes the blue rectangle slightly longer. Wow, you're so British. Thank you, David Solomano. Oh, it's £5.90. I'm glad you like it. Good to see you, by the way. It's I'd say it's been a while. I'm not sure if it has. Maybe it's just been a while in my mind. Like, it's been somewhere between 2 and 20 days. Probably closer to 2 than 20. My fan said I sound British, lol, says Sammy plays all 5 6. The whole thing is about sounding British is it means that people think you're real smart. Because the thing is for some reason we associate smart people with the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Why is that? I would like to ask. Well, the thing you gotta understand is the Americans are built from all over the world, and some of those places are mighty intelligent, but not all of them are gonna be. Whereas people from the UK are genetically built to be superior. Yeah, you might not think it, but apparently I'm a British supremacist. I don't know how this opinion came about, but guess what? I'm sticking with it. Now let me tell you a dumb fact. This is between me and McBella. So everyone else, shut your ears. Everyone shut their ears. The reason I hate taking home food from a restaurant, or like the reason I hate eating half my food now and eating half later, is because I really hate constraining myself to eat food in the future. And it's like, okay, let me just say it this way. I really like the freedom to choose what to do. Maybe I'm like a schizophrenic person. I've got multiple personalities without realizing it. Maybe not schizophrenic. I don't know the word for what I'm trying to say is, but maybe I'm just like I've got lots of personalities. Maybe my mind just changes a bunch. Maybe I'm not sure what the actual issue is. Oh god. Oh, okay. So we're gonna try and get that iron on the ceiling there. It's gonna be real easy. But the thing is I hate when past me decides what future me is going to eat. So in my house, I have like the staples for basic meals. Like I have instant noodles, and I have like pasta, I guess. Hey, thank you, Frog IBX Toy Rat. Take my money. Yeah, look at this. Oh, it gets slightly bigger. Oh yeah, look how glorious that is. Hey, Toy Cat, can you do a Dutch accent? Dutch is a really interesting one to do. Like I can picture it really great, but I definitely won't be able to do it. Like, I am from the Netherlands, and the thing about the Netherlands is you gotta understand that that's going slightly into America again. I don't know why, but I don't know what I've been accident, but it's entirely wrong apparently. I like that. I don't know where we went with that, but we went into America and we just kind of stuck there, I guess. You know, dissociative identity disorder. I saw a guy with DID on Twitter the other day, right? So I know about this disorder because I have a friend of mine, one of their relatives has DID, and it's kind of sad that like there are so many they're like if there's things that are like common down to the level of like 1 in 1,000, most people don't know about, but they're common enough that they're common enough, which is a problem because they're common enough that a lot of people have it, but very few people know how to deal with it. It's like Tourette's. Tourette's you only know about because of media. You probably don't know anyone in your life who has Tourette's, right? You know, like swears at you. And most people don't swear. Most people have Tourette's where they just twitch or something. So one of the examples is DID, dissociative identity disorder. So they dissociate their identity is kind of I don't know what to describe it as, like fluid maybe, and it means that like again it's such a non-believable illness that I have trouble like even like absorbing it. But like again, if we assume that it's real, and that's a pretty fair place to start. If we assume how that works, it's like if we assume that's how it works, it's like, oh yeah, they have lots of like different personalities inside the same thing. Something about the personality cortex is like shared by lots of different individual personalities or whatever. Obviously, like that's a really like not romantic. That's a really like fairy tale view of it. The actual medical science is very complex and confusing by comparison. But anyway, so I saw someone who had DID, dissociative identity disorder, on Twitter, and I was really like confused because one of their like identities was a celebrity, like let's just say it was a Minecraft YouTuber of some form, and it's like I want to know. Brain scans say it's real, but not be able to comprehend it. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is like it's clearly not that there are 17 people. There's 17 personality there's 17, you know, like or 20 or 5 or 2. You know, sometimes it's just 2, right? But like, how are those different people? You know, like they're not fully different people. Like as we understand people, we usually understand like, oh yeah, that's it. So it's like, so how is, you know, like for instance, can you if you brought a brain from DID back to non-DID, right? I would love to know, like, so is there a main, does everyone have a main thing? Or does it become a merger of all of them? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, is it, you know, in normal people, there are many aspects to my personality. And I would say you don't get to see all of them at once. You know, I cried at that lava Inside Out thing. I get really competitive when it comes to, like, certain things. You know, like, I got really into speedrunning at one point. But also, I'm super chill a lot of the time. Like, I'm just here saying howdy. Also, do both orange square and blue strip. Also, hello, Toy Cat says Mangled Lass. I missed you, but we got it. It's going down again. Oh, yeah. Look at the blue square increasing. But it's like, there's lots of different parts of my personality, right? And they all kind of like... But imagine if each of those parts thought they were a different person. Toy Cat, I need to know, do you like cheese? Also, cats or dogs for real? Do I like cheese? Cheese is good. I don't hate cheese. Do you hate cheese? It's one of the better things about life, I would say. And then I would say, so I like cheese. Cheese is great. And cats or dogs, like I'm not like hugely preferred. That's a sentence. Those are words that mean real things, like I just said. Then yeah, that's kind of the thing. Integration, and no, I don't think that would happen. But yeah, it's one of those things like I'm really fascinated about. But like anyway, I saw someone and they're like, oh yeah, one of my things is this famous person. It's like, so do you think you are that famous person? Like, do you get confused that you, or is it like based on your perception of them? Because if one of your personalities is the same as someone who exists, like let's say someone's like personality was me, they're like, oh, one of the 10 people inside of me is IBX Toy Cat. It's like, do they think that they are IBX Toy Cat? Like, if they came to, you know, London, they would be able to go into their house because they live there after all. You know, like those are the questions I have. But like, obviously, there's no answers to, and it's just a weird, wacky world where it's like, man, I want to know the answers someday. I tend not to joke about 9/11 because the jokes tend to crash and burn. Man, okay, what I want to know. I play on PlayStation 4. I have overdubs just in mining, got my level. Also, I'm Welsh. Hey, Lorenzo, good to see you. Also, I play on PlayStation 4. What is the best place to find diamonds? What level I mean? Lots of conflicting advice on this, but let's just say 10 to be simple. It's been 2 hours, says Alice Sweeney. It's been 3 hours and a bit now, I think, actually. So, a nice amount of time, I would say. I don't think we're doing too great on the iron collection front, though. I feel like we got very lost along the way. Also, let's take these. You know, we're here anyway. We've got a silk touch pickaxe. Let's do it. What's stopping me? But yeah, if you give it 11, you'll be great. Stop looking. I've been busy. I missed some streams. Hey, sorry to hear that, Riley Singler. I hope that you find some things. There's different types of DID. Some types will think that those people are real. Other types will know it's not really you, etc. Yeah, to me, one of the most terrifying things is, like, I have lots of things... There are lots of things about me that are not perfect. They're not the way you would make them if you were building something from scratch. And I sometimes wonder, like... I sometimes fear what's worse to me than... Hey, I love your channel, Hocat.
I love you, channel Hocat.
Like, what just happened here, friends? What just happened here, friends? First of all, okay, so apparently the idea is a defense mechanism, help you cope with stuff. Yeah, I've heard about that one too, actually. I've heard it's a defense mechanism. Because, like, if instead of getting trauma really heavily, it's easier to just be like, oh yeah, so I put the part of me that has the trauma goes and exists there, and then I'm in the other dudes sometimes. Which again, I mean, like, is it healthy? I'm no psychologist. So I can't comment or know that one for sure, I guess. But yeah, also it's pronounced Lawrence. Also, good to see you. Hey, thank you, Lawrence. You know, can you be my Lorenzo? Oh, I've got to retract by going down here, and I raise by going up there. Oh, that's wacky. And if I try and go up there, it doesn't work. And if I try to go up, huh? What a weird little feature. Unless maybe this goes up and down? No, it doesn't. Okay. You know what? This blue screen is getting very low down, huh? So, something I wanted to note, 9/11 jokes aren't funny now. Go back to 2016, Lamau. So, I mean, the thing about jokes is they're always going to be funny to different groups of people, right? You can say that, like, hey, thank you. There's also BIID, where the person dishes its body part from themselves. They often get amputations. Oh, yeah, I've heard about that one, and that, like, blows my mind. Like, oh. Like, you know, I guess good on them if they fix that. But one of the most terrifying things to me, this is scary to me, is having something, because, like, there's many things wrong with me. Like, I'm not perfect. There are things that are not ideal. If I was designing myself from scratch, I would not design them that way. But what's terrifying to me is not knowing that those things are, like, a flaw, and just thinking those things are perfect in how it's meant to be. And, you know, example of that is like, oh yeah, I really hate my arm, and then I don't have an arm. Like, not knowing that I don't just not want to have an arm, but instead thinking that I don't have one. For instance, one of the most terrifying things, like, this is why dementia breaks my mind. Like, it breaks my heart as well. Also DID develops as when you're a child. If you repeatedly have trauma, it can cause your personality not to form into one, so it forms into separate ones. Oh, is that... You know, I need to... I'm going to read up into this some more. That blows my mind that you can't develop more personalities. It's, like, fixed as a child. Like, that's fascinating. I need to... Again, I love reading about the brain. I feel like everyone can be made smarter by learning about science, even if it's not directly applicable to you. So I'm gonna have to dive into that one. Do you ever imagine what you'd be doing if you weren't doing YouTube as a career? Hey, thank you, Zombie Mando. Oh yeah, look how big the blue has gone now. I think I want to say that if I was not doing YouTube right now, I'd be doing some IT job. I've basically said this forever, but I think having a job that pays you well means that your free time can be dedicated to doing something that your freer time can be more dedicated to the things you love. Whereas if you work doing what you love, then when you get home, it's like, huh, okay then. And then the thing that you love becomes something you don't. And then once you don't love something and you're getting paid awfully, it's like, oh, that must suck. Like, I think that's a whole thing. There's some awesome DID YouTubers. You can check them out. I don't know why. The idea makes me uncomfortable. I'd like to analyze those thoughts sometime. Also, hey, thank you, Lorenzo. Sure, I'll be your Lorenzo. Hey, see, that's what I want. Lawrence is my Lorenzo, and that no one can take that away from us. Also, what are the chances you would go in my realm? It's about like 50-50 if you like, as long as like you like, if you tell me, when I say like, oh yeah, if you want me to join your realm, I'll tweet out saying here are the conditions. Like, put never update until you count the title was the last one. If you go during one of those times, like, probably pretty high, right? Probably pretty darn high. How much iron so far, says Rub-a-dub-dub. We've got about, like, 400 iron, I want to say. Maybe less. I should overpromise, underdeliver. Underpromise, overdeliver. It's some amount of iron. I don't know how much right now. You know, some would argue it's not relevant. Some would argue that. They would argue wrong, but you know what, that's fine. Thank you, Pro Sniper Boy. Hey, guess what happens? The blue gets bigger. Oh, it's getting... It feels like... Why is it so slanted? I don't even know. What a wacky thing. Welcome to programming, where you start by loving your job, then become bitter in a few years. Yeah, exactly. That was my plan. Like, I kind of hated it from the beginning anyway. Like, I hate getting things to work when I don't know how they're gonna work. I like jobs where I know what I'm gonna do, I know how long it's gonna take me, and then it gets done. Like, I know this is such a stereotype, and it's probably because I work in a creative industry. I'd love a job on a production line where they're like, oh yeah, you get paid 10 cents, 10 pence, 10 whatever. But all you gotta do is you gotta press the button, and then you like screw the toothpaste lid on the toothpaste, and then again, and then again, and then again. It's like, oh yeah, that sounds like heaven to me. Whereas like right now, I wake up and I'm like, I want to make a video about this. How am I gonna do that? And it's like, oh, this, that, and it's like, okay, while I'm doing that, hopefully I've got to be interesting to someone, because there are some people who don't want to watch the video just for the video. They're watching it for like, you know, they want to be funny or something. It's like, oh, I don't know how to be funny. Also, thank you, Pro Sniper Boy, for the $4.99 tip, my man. How you do? Oh god, this is getting dangerously close to just collapsing on itself. But that's fine. The blue is almost taken over. Also, I think there's some more iron here. Yeah, there is. IBX Slickcat, I just want to say you're really cool and funny. Thank you, the jams. Welcome to computers where nothing works and the bugs don't matter. Yeah, right, so the ultimate career path is me doing that, but it's also like, oh, that sounds like a lot. Also, how much for you to make a solid netherite beacon? I'm doing it right now, and I need 93 STMs of debris and gold each. 93 STMs? Stacks? Or just STMs? I've never heard that term before. I'd like to make a solid netherite beacon, but like the bottom level, not like a mega beacon tier 1. Or like maybe I could like coat my beacon in netherite. But I think I don't have the... Like it would be so many hours of just dumb work that maybe I should do. Maybe it would be enjoyable if I did. But I'm not sure we're ever going to. Like I don't know what it would take, you know. It'd be like, okay, we'll do a 12-hour, because it'd be multiple 12-hour streams, you know, or like multiple 6-hour streams. I could stream every day. I could stream 2 hours every day for a month, and I wouldn't get it done, right? So that's the sad reality, or maybe the happy reality. You can never achieve your dreams, and so it's fine. Also, thank you, Sarah Burke. Good to see you. It's been a while, but I am glad you are here. You know, and the blue is happy that it gets to go a little bit lower as well. Oh yeah, this is not liking what's happening here. I like how you're one of the few YouTubers who doesn't yell or talk super loud. Oh, sometimes I watch videos like even like people like, you know, who are like good YouTubers, like the Mr. Beast of the world, are like, what's going on YouTube? How's it going today? You gotta like. And it's like, man, don't yell at me. I just wanna chill and talk about the moon. You know, you ever wonder, is the moon real? Did we ever step foot there? Autocorrect, I meant stacks. Is it really that many stacks? That blows my mind if true. Big if true. Big if true. Let's get some more gold, which I apparently wasn't picking up before. Always nice to know. Have we been? We have been picking up iron. That's good. Okay, so a little dark corner over here with some gravel floating from the ceiling. Man, it's fascinating how many caves there are in this world that I have never lit up entirely. It's kind of satisfying to go through all these years later and be like, yep, let's light these caves up. Let's pick up these iron ore veins that we go past. Because I think we can pick up iron surprisingly fast if we focus on all of these. It's just we're not focused very often because we're like, how do I get... Wait, I forgot the message. I forgot the message to the last 3 donations. Says Pro Sniper Boy. Oh, you just made a mistake a bunch of times. Oh, that's fun. I like that as a story. Okay, place the torch over there. See, look at these weird, like, vertical cave things. They're always so strange to me. But they're real, and they're filled with iron. So let's get to the bottom of them. Oh, I hate gravel so much. I hate gravel so much. Why, gravel? Why do you exist? Mine this block there, too. And then we need to get even higher up, just in case there's more iron. I don't assume there is, but just in case, because top of this cave is, like, dangerously unlit. We'll place the torch there, and there we go. Now we're good. Now we know there's no iron. We can come back for this iron, and it's great. Toy Cat's really lowering the bar of this stream. Hey, Zombie Mando. Also, Lorenzo, how do I get to your Discord? Go to discord.gg/toycat. You know, that is how you do it. You go to the thing that I just said, and then you do the things that I just said. No, yeah, that's really how you find the Discord. I hope that helps you. If it doesn't help you, you know, I hope it helps you another time when you're slightly less on drugs. Okay, we got this. Let's keep the grind going. That's crazy. I need like 2 double chests of debris. I'm gonna die before I can do this. Yeah, realistically, like again, it sounds like a really fun idea, but I think doing it in survival without, like, even if you had all the TNT you needed, it would take days of pure mining. It's one of those projects that's like such a fun thing to start, but you've got to be like, oh no, let's maybe not do that one, right? You should have made an iron counter. Nah, I like when people ask. Keeps the chat engagement up or something like that. Gravel veins are all portals to hell. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, friend. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, so I feel like we're running towards the end of where we can make it with this stream. We're gonna obviously check out this cave in its entirety, because that just makes sense. It's actually kind of insane to me how many caves on caves on caves we can go across sometimes. Like, I feel like the cave systems in Minecraft console are so great for this. Like, I've been exploring caves for so long. I've been exploring caves for longer than I can remember caves existing for. And this is just one little system we're in. But yeah, we mine iron for several hours right now, and it's been great. And you know what you're thinking at the end of this, like, oh, you must be looking forward to smelting that toy cat. Because if I do smelt it, I can use it as, like, you know, I can put it in a furnace or something. But I'm thinking of not smelting it. I'm thinking of deliberately using it to build, like, an iron ore house. Because you can farm iron, but you can't farm iron ore. Which I actually think is, like, something they could fix. I think we should make iron mining better as you get stronger. Like, having, you know, TNT minecarts or, like, furnace minecarts useful for... Like, there should be some, like, not automatic mining, but more effective mining where you can, like, kind of mine more at a time. I'd love an explosion-based enchantment or something like that. Or, like... Maybe, like, you know the crossbow? Maybe the crossbow should be able to fire an explosive. On the tip of the... Oh, this is fun. That'd be kind of fun, too. There's a lot of ideas I'd like to see to make iron mining better. I hope that today we've proven that even if people... the most valuable lesson is that, like, people will always say there is a certain way to do things. And you can listen to those people if you want to. If you're looking for guidance, other people's directions generally will be helpful. You know, they might help you out. But if you want to play Minecraft a particular way and people tell you you can't, I hope if there's one thing that my last 4 hours of Minecraft have proven, it's that you don't have to do it that way. It's okay. It's okay to not be okay in that way. There we go. Look at all that rhyming, and all that timing. But yeah, it's okay to not do things. Oh, what happened there? It's okay to do things that are not okay to, because everything is generally, in the grand scheme of things, all right, right? Maybe? Question mark. There's so much iron in here. We like even in the lit up bits, we're like, oh, in the ceiling. Just try to get that. Oh no, we gotta stack up again. Get even more blocks. Oh, that's a nightmare. How are we gonna do that? I don't see a way that we can. Besides this, maybe. Just don't fall in the lava. Okay, I didn't fall in the lava. So, yeah, I've had a really great time mining today. I'm just gonna get out of this cave, which I'll admit. A little embarrassing that I do not know my way out. But I'll find my way out any second now. Okay, bit of iron over there. Okay. This is definitely not the way out because it leads past the lava fall. Okay, just more iron and more iron and more iron. I think if I'd have done this the whole time, I think I would have ended up with 1,000 iron, probably. Which was the initial goal at one point. Triple threat. I'm using only pick also in the realm block lag, though. Oh yeah, realm block lag is it's a real struggle. This is a bad idea, but okay, that was bad. That was not smart. Is there water around here? There is. Okay, let's just go into the water. Okay, we don't need to. There's diamonds under your feet. Ah, there's no such thing as diamonds under my feet. Also, thank you, Triple Threat. You know what? Look at this. We almost got the whole way there. Isn't that beautiful? Actually, are we all the way there? No, there's a little black bar underneath me, right? It's kind of great. But yeah, I like how you don't pretend to be really surprised by things that you obviously already knew. And if you do it sarcastically. It's, again, there's a lot of things that you can do for show as a YouTuber. And I guess the fact that people do them shows that there's someone out there who wants it, maybe. But, yeah, I think being honest with people, I think it's something that people resonate with. I think people like, even if it's not everyone, it's only a small group of people. A lot of people look at this and they're like, yeah, no, it's not really my thing. Why are you so boring, Toy Cat? Why didn't you fake a hoax where someone came in and kidnapped you today? And they're not saying that, but like implicitly, that's kind of like a thing in there. But yeah, personally, I'm down with the idea of honesty above other sorts of things, because I think when we're more honest with each other, we can actually learn a lot more. And you know, jokes have their place, and like, you know, mischievous mini lies, they have their place. They're great. See, it's just like, it's the duality of man, the fact that you can be both honest and you can make jokes. There's no limitation of one or the other or something like that. But yeah, you know, actually, every time I actually stream ahead of time, I forget about it. It says Pi Goal. You know what the trick is? I'm just not going to announce any streams. Also, have it be, how do I gym one of your world experiments? I'll tweet it out if I want people to join it. If I don't want people to join it, then I won't tell people how to join it, and they won't. It's real easy. Thank you for having beat. And also, which mob is your favorite? Says Pro Sniper Boy. Okay, we finally made it. We got there. Started from the bottom. Now we're here, friends. Actually, we started from the top, and now we're here. You know, people always love the rags to riches stories. But we never talk about the riches to rags stories, because it's just not relatable. Most people aren't born into wealth, and those who do aren't, like, looking for motivation. And, like, it's not even motivating to see someone lose it. But, you know, riches to rags should be a more common type of story, right? That's what we all want to see. Gotta do this, lower the bar all the way. We did it, Triple Threat. The bar is gone. Also, how is this a thing? What happened here? Let's see what he's got to trade, at least. We can buy some sand, some glowstones, some jungle saplings. Don't want any of that. Don't want any of that at all. But yeah, let's try and get out of here now. So I am very much lost in a cave that seems to go nowhere. Okay, let's go this way. Let's break some blocks. Let's you know, they say you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs. And it's like, well, I mean, depends on the definition of the word omelet, I would say. But I sometimes hear that and think, like, what sort of, who resonates with that one? Like, who goes, oh yeah, you're right. Breaking eggs is a key part of making an omelet. And Even, but it's like, but the eggs don't. Like I've always felt it's a bad analogy of anything because the eggs always want it. Hey, we found diamonds. Oh no, it's iron. My bad. Of course you're lost. You know, I'm not lost. I'm just extending the stream because I love hanging out with you all so much. I was gonna end the stream at 1 a.m. But I guess if I can't get out of here, I can't end the stream. Guess we just have to hang out a little longer, friends. Oh, how awful for us all. Oh, I can't deal with this, that's for sure. Oh, how bad this whole thing is. Oh, there's more diamonds. Hey, you know, at least we're finding all the diamonds in the world. By that I mean like 16 diamonds. And we're also slowly torching up the world from underneath. So that's nice too. Oh, here is some iron. Oh, there's a lot of iron. A full 8 of it. So yeah, I guess what we just have to do is like... Okay, does anyone remember the... Okay, wait. Okay, we found an abandoned mineshaft that I've apparently never been in. This must lead somewhere, right? Isn't it insane that I found the abandoned mineshaft like this many years later? Like, how does that even happen? How does that even happen? Diamonds are worthless. Wow, so rude. Love your videos. The reason why I play Minecraft. Thank you. You're the best. Hey, thank you, TFK Void. I appreciate you. So I'm gonna turn on my AC again. By the way, I'm a bit lost. Oh, you know what? That skeleton disagrees with my lostness apparently. So yeah, okay, if I just like all I've got to do is find my way back into a cave that leads me back to my mines. It's crazy how much we could spend like exploring this single cave. And maybe we should do that someday. Just explore the one cave, but all day. You can't end the stream now. Aline showed up. Hey, and also Mischievous, good to see you. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm just kidding. These are rhetorical questions. You're not responding. Or maybe you are. You know? It's rude of me to assume that you can't. Okay, so we need to get out of here. But this cave goes on forever. It just turns into more caves, which turn into more caves, which turn into more caves. Which is a big problem. We go down here. Okay, wait. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We're gonna get there. This lava pit is gonna lead back to... No, it doesn't. Over here, maybe? Are we there yet? Are we back to my cave system? No, I think I've gone way too far on one of the axes. Just dig up. No, that is what cowards do. Real winners... Yeah, I think that's probably the best idea, actually. You know, I'm gonna go do the thing that cowards do, according to me. But like, it's just so cool seeing all the veins of iron that we're passing. Like, it's just, yeah, hoover this stuff up, hoover it up. Did you get your door? Says Canary Cry. Hey, thank you for the good memory. Thank you is the wrong word. I was like, hey, you remember, and I said thank you instead. Very awkward, Canary Cry. Yeah, I got my new door, and it's like being fitted tomorrow. I was like really worried somewhere in there that like I was getting scammed or something. But my good friend from Minnesota assured me that doors just take 5 weeks apparently. Why do they take 5 weeks? Who knows? But yeah, my door's being fitted tomorrow morning. Oh, I have to wake up so early tomorrow. My life is pain. I hate waking up to do things. Okay, so we need to get out of it. But the way I came, because there's a mine shaft down here. You know, screw the mine shaft. I just want to get out. I just want to... Actually, no, back to the mine shaft we go. It was this way. I can find my way back in there. We go past the lava. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. It's fine. It's fine. This is not the way I came before. Let's do this. It's going to be great. But yeah, I'm really excited for a new door. Like, I had no idea how to get a door, but with the help of the internet, we pulled together. The epic task of getting a door was done. And isn't that beautiful? Doors are just house flaps, says Hexatron. You know, I'm getting my house flap installed. You know, that sounds like a dodgy maneuver you would do in the privacy of your own bedroom. And that's okay too, of course. How did you end up meeting that guy from Minnesota? Just to clarify by my good friend from Minnesota, I guess. It was just Limmer. She's a regular on the streams. Technically, we're not friends. She could be a serial killer. She could even not be a lady from Minnesota. She could just be a sentient wild animal. A wild animal sentient? I don't think they are. But as best I know, she is Minnesotan. So let's just stack ourselves out here and we'll come back later, I guess. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Grab the iron ore before we go. Stack from this room too. This is like a nice central place. Oh, we've only got 23 scaffolding. Okay, we have to go higher if we're going to make it to the surface. How about that? Okay, up here maybe? Okay, we can do this. We can do this. We'll just make a staircase out of regular blocks first. Okay, we get to 55 blocks this way. It's dangerous, but I don't see a better way. So here we go. Hey, thank you, Triple Threat. Don't be a coward. The coordinates are 28, 25, 430. Man, I have made it a long way away from there, huh? That's it's a seriously big distance. Do you still have that magic 8 cube? I don't know if you saw the video. I think we might have had to remove it because it's like very dangerous. I lit the thing on fire at one point. So that's the whole thing. So hearing that shooting star sometimes gets voiced as Shrexy. I agree. You know, don't know what the word Shrexy means in that context, but I agree. So okay, let's go. Boy, you're crazy. Thank you, Alpazol. You know, it means a lot to me. I know we oh no. Okay. Apparently you can just have. Wait, how do I get below the? Does the water stop you from using these things? What a wacky little way. Oh, we're over here. Oh, that's nice. So there's a mine shaft down here, and there's also just an animal hole. Okay, that's fun. So let's use stone to stop the water getting in. Oh lord. Okay, I'm gonna die. The cooking videos are back. I should do a cooking video. Maybe I'll do one in Turkey or in Vegas. Actually, no, I wouldn't like to do it not in the comfort of my own kitchen. I feel very weird about it. I don't know why. I don't want to show up anyone else's kitchen. But yeah, we had a very fun time today. I hope you enjoyed it. We got. Actually, let's count up the iron. Let's see what we ended up with after 3 and 4-ish hours. I don't know. Minecraft, but the video ends if I see the sun. So does that mean I have to just look down the whole time? That's a fun concept. I like that. There's a lot of dumb fun concepts out there. You be drowning. Okay, so let's see. Let's find out for sure how much iron we end up with. It's gonna be depressingly low. I'll assure you of that much now. Okay, so we got 6-ish stacks. Is there another one? Okay, there's another half stack there. And then also, I think... Nope, that's the wrong chest. I'm an idiot. Is it this one? Okay, it's not this one. Is there one other? There is one other. And in this one, we left 12... Okay, so 64 iron. So in total today, we ended up with... Just to clarify... Okay, put that stack there, put that stack there. We got 10 stacks, 640 plus 28. 668 iron. How much iron would we have got from an iron farm? Probably more. But what if the real iron farm is the friends that you make along the way? What if all of this other stuff is just kind of a distraction? What if you don't need all of those things, and what you really need is just time to have some fun? That is something no one ever considers, and it's something we should consider more often. Which is why today, I'm starting the Friends We Made Along the Way Fund, which is my initiative where I help out friends that we make on the way from place to place. And I don't know why I'm even saying it at this point. This has been a 4-hour live stream. I'd love to know what you think about it. You can like it if you liked it. You can share it if you really liked it. You can subscribe if you're new around here, because then you'll see more of these videos. But other than all of that, I hope you enjoyed this, because I'll see you in another one that isn't this, maybe. Unless you want to see me store my storage, but I'm not too sure. Close next time. You know, the live stream title is mining iron for 7 hours, so people start asking for a live stream. And we did confirm that 4 hours is in fact several. So we're good here. We're good. It's actually also for you, but you know, let's not think about it too much. Let's focus on what we can. Because ultimately, isn't that what we're here for? You can do anything you want to in the world. And if that's not the lesson you learned today, then you might have watched the wrong live stream. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a great day. Because I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.